Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Fallout Cold Front, the Fallout 2D20 campaign we run Saturday evenings, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You are joining us at our second session. In our first session, we were introduced to these freelancers right here. These 6 freelancers that are working for Delroy Trade Lines.
5 in the company rep.
Oh, that's right, 5 and the company rep.
Are you
One of them.
What?
You tenured?
I don't know if tenure is a thing that has been rediscovered or reinvented. But as a bit of a recap, I'm going to have all of you essentially reintroduce your characters, describe your character in one sentence, so that we can know what to know you guys by. Starting with you, Levi.
Hello, I play Margie Sheldon. She's like totally covered up and hasn't said much yet, but she wears a gas mask and everything else.
What is everything else?
Military jacket, pants, like
I'm glad she's wearing pants.
pink gloves, like a kind of headscarf that's like a lilac, and then a hat.
Solid vibes from Margie.
I'm playing company representative Julian Ortega. She has perfect hair. She's the one you call for tech help, and she's got a little AI buddy named Pip in her Pip-Boy. That's the important stuff.
I'm Chloe, and I am playing Tabitha Fisher, also called Tabs, and she's from West Virginia. Don't know if I have a perfect West Virginian accent. If you're from there, I'm sorry. But
That'll come.
she is a farm girl that grew up on the wastelands and is very good at shooting and is always accompanied by her 2-headed mutated pet falcon named Corncob.
Corn and Cob.
Corn and Cob. We
That's
don't
right.
know which one is which, but
She really oughta.
she really ought to.
It's got awkward at this point.
And I'm Josh, and I am playing Dr. Jerry Fletcher. He's an older-looking gentleman with walks with a cane, very seemingly malnourished and skinny, and he is the party medic.
My name's Nathaniel, and I am playing Marion Franklin. You can call him Frankie, the friendly neighborhood, ghoulishly handsome jazz artist from Chicago.
I'm Jacob Bundy, and I will be playing Pix Trench, the quiet gun shooter who's just here having a good time in her punk outfit.
There you go. And those are the 6. Also traveling with them is Clarence the Brahmin and Buster Van Ruben.
Clarence?
Yeah, Clarence. Did you not hear that last time?
I guess not.
We got Clarence. We didn't get the name of the second Brahmin.
The
This one
second
is
head
actually
of the Roman
just
Brahmin.
named Clarence. I was a little surprised, but going in the lore, all Brahmin are typically named one name.
Good
So
to
I
know.
don't think the second head is like sentient. I think it's more,
Vestigial head.
that's the word. There you go.
Sad.
Okay, so last session you all were introduced to each other and briefed on the mission. You all were heading south from the ruins of Lansing, Michigan, down to Columbus, Ohio, where supposedly a meteorologist has been captured, kidnapped by a gang of raiders in the German village area of Columbus by a raider gang named the Doppel Soldiers. While on the route there, you ran into the ruins. I keep saying the ruins. I guess that's just kind of normal in Fallout. There's tons of ruins. The recently made ruins of the Arb, a town in... I almost wanted to say the ruins of Ann Arbor. Okay. A town in what was formerly Ann Arbor that was burnt to the ground by the Brotherhood of Steel. As you all moved south towards the Ohio-Michigan border, you ran into a group of small-time raiders wearing hockey uniforms on. You all decimated them, and I am using that word accurately, I think, because only 2 people were left who ran away.
I think just one.
No, 2.
Oh.
Yep,
Just
Well,
the coach
then-
and one other guy.
correct.
Decimated would mean that there would have had to been truly decimated. Would
We
technically
killed
mean
Dale,
that there would
right?
have to be 20.
No,
Dale
Dale,
was
Dale
alive.
got off.
No,
Dale
he
was
ran
the
away.
coach. Dale
Correct.
was the
Coach Dale is indeed still
Sometimes
alive.
known as Doug.
So,
Doug
his
Dale's
friends
doing
call him
well.
Doug. Yes. So the note that we ended on was after this fight, which Pix was pretty badly wounded in. Did you get treated?
Yeah,
Dr.
Was your wound
Fletcher
treated?
treated.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's right.
she's good, but gotta watch out for some things.
Yeah.
Do we recover hit points between sessions, or are we gonna do that on an arrest?
In between locales, I'll say.
Okay.
So, the note that we ended on was a squad of people in the Brotherhood approaching you all. I would say you all have about 30 seconds before they are upon you. That sounds a bit aggressive. But yeah, they are, you would see 12 people wearing regular dark crimson fatigues and one individual in a suit of T-51 power armor, not wearing a helmet. More on him later. But first,
One recap question. How many days have we been traveling?
great question. Let's see. It was Lansing, the Arb,
Down to the Columbus border, or Ohio
Right.
border.
yeah,
So 3 locales.
3 locales. I will say about a week and a half now.
Okay. I'm going to put it down as like 10 days.
Yeah, that works. Day 10. So, as this group nears closer, there is one other detail I forgot to mention. You would see 2 people being pushed forward by them. The members of the Bluecoats that ran away. They're essentially hands behind their head now, being butted forward via gun barrel.
Alright, remember you all did not touch their little robot that was broadcasting anything.
I am very aware of that.
You don't have to tell me.
I technically did.
For
Nobody touched it.
the record, when the Brotherhood is around, Pip is not an AI subroutine.
Alright, and Frankie is our servant or something.
I don't think we're going to have to explain that.
I'll sit in the back on this one.
Is there anything else you all are doing in this brief time?
I'm just tending to Pix and making sure that she isn't bleeding out anymore, or
Okay.
that she is starting to bandage her wounds.
Yeah. Okay. As they get nearer, you would hear the very recognizable thump, thump, thump of an individual wearing power armor. I don't know how much that stuff weighs, but I feel like it's at least 800 pounds. But very heavy, very chunky.
Dr. Fletcher's also going to put away his cane sword for now so they don't see it.
Yeah, okay, that works. As the individual leading this squad draws closer, you can recognize his features a little bit more. Given that he is wearing power armor, you would probably or accurately guess that this is the leader of this group right here. You would see he's not wearing a helmet, so you would see his face of dark brown skin, short cut hair, probably buzz cut, and a very, very clean shaven face. Looks like somebody who actually takes care of his appearance, which is a bit rare in the wasteland. He would just call out to you all, "Is everyone okay here?
Not really.
All right, who's down?" Are you prone or?
I imagine I'm like doing the like squat, like
Well, probably.
fetal position sort of thing, and like you're kind of like doing that, and she's kind of like.
Okay.
We'll be all right without external help. The doctor will take care of it.
Fair enough. Well, let me guess. Based on the fact that you've got a Brahmin in tow, you have, quite a large amount of bodyguards, I must say. And none other than Buster Van Rudman in your party. I'd say you're DTL. And Buster would just say, good to see ya. Hi, Paladin. Is that... I kind of forget... sorry, he's not Southern. I kind of forget what your title is. Frankly, Spencer does too. It is paladin. It might be head paladin.
Oh.
No. Sorry, I do have this one written down, but this is a good time for me to pull up my notes anyways.
Sure, sure.
I just grab one of the hockey things that they're wearing, and I kind of take it off them and kind of put it next to me.
Like the pads.
You can put it on if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. Once they've kind of seen that I'm close and know I'm not one of them, I kind of start to put that on.
Yeah, sure.
After he's...
Are you trying to do that stealthily?
No, I'm just like... I mostly just don't want them to take it away.
Yeah,
I'm
gotcha.
just kind of keeping it close to myself unless they want to do that, so...
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Sorry, I did look up head paladin. I'm actually trying to think through.
Oh, is it
So-
head paladin?
It is indeed head paladin, which is apparently a rank. I confirmed this on the wiki. Jacob, do you mind moving your microphone just a little bit closer to you? Sorry, I forgot how quiet picks can be.
That's
So
okay.
sad.
All right. What is your outfit that you are wearing? Because this will affect whether you can put on external armor.
Well, she's wearing the...
Do you have the official outfit name from the rule book?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see if I wrote it down or something.
I will go ahead and you could just
Tough clothing, I think?
tough clothing. Okay.
Or,
I'm trying to remember if that's one of the things that actually allows for external armor.
yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Nathaniel. I would believe so. But if any of you have clothes that can be paired with armor, you are welcome to put on this armor. It is not good. Essentially, it would protect all limbs and torso for 1 damage reduction. Not any energy.
So just
and
physical.
Not any yeah, just physical. Yeah. And it is hockey pads. So,
Looks wonky.
yeah, it does look a little wonky. If you all start wearing it, you'll start to look like you're a gang. A weird gang, a weird hockey-inspired gang, but still a gang.
But we did just fight one of those, so, you
Indeed,
know.
you did. That's right.
Not unheard of.
This head paladin would look at you, Pix, and just say, "Do you really think you'll be needing that?"
Yeah. I just give him like this. I'm not meaning to, but I give him this like sad look of like, yeah, I'm a glass cannon. I treat. Yeah, I'm a glass cannon.
So I take it was you that did most of this work here. And he just looks around at the various corpses that are on the ground.
Yeah, some of it,
I'd say most of it.
most of it,
Most of it.
a lot of it.
Well, good work, I suppose, is in order. You made our job a little bit easier.
And
We were
what is your job?
Well, it was to find these raiders that were trying to cross the border. And looks like you got them.
Well, we appreciate you cleaning up after us.
Of course. Since you all do get the credit of taking away these nuisances of society, though, what do you think we should do with these two? As they point towards Coach Dale and another unidentified raider.
I think you should just let them go. I think they've learned their lesson. They're not gonna do anybody no more harm.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about some of the time. I think, at the very least, you should keep them prisoner, and if not, put them to death.
Really, I think it's probably fair to say none of us know what we're talking about more than you do, if it's your job.
They were willing to kill people.
As far as I
Yeah.
saw, you captured them. They're your prisoners to do with as you please.
I vote something unpleasant. I really don't like raiders.
Quite the division in this little group.
What do you know about the group?
What's that?
What do you know about the Raiders?
Small time. They have been violent. They have killed a few of our patrols, a few of our suppliers, unfortunately. Just people running logistics runs. They're not quite good at it, though. They didn't actually kill any Brotherhood initiates, just people that we're working with, that's it. But still, they prey on the weak, and they don't leave survivors.
How's the route looking south of here, towards Columbus?
Well, you're probably going to have to ask some militia folk for answers on that. But I wouldn't know anything about that.
All right. Well, we appreciate your help and your concern here. And we didn't need any help at this moment, but you never know what could have happened. So thank you. I guess we'll be on our way.
Wait 1 minute. I really would like a proper answer from you all on this raider problem. You say it's our problem, we captured them, we do what we want with them, which, truth be told, we don't have the resources to keep every raider prisoner well fed. So the answer would be, though not ideal, just killing them. You say we should spare them. You say kill them.
Yeah, but also I'm maybe not the best person to ask about that right now. It's kind of a touchy subject.
All right, sensitive. You say kill them.
Yeah.
You say
I
What?
say it's your decision, not ours, and you know a lot more than we do. But if you're looking for another option, you could strip them of anything that would help them defend themselves and give them a chance at being weak.
now that I would say is the best option I could possibly think of. Wilkinson, go strip them down. And one of the initiates with this head paladin would take a few other soldiers and just start taking them of their stuff. Dale says, "We're not anything without hockey pads." "Well, then you shouldn't have had them in the first place," says one initiate.
Really, you weren't much with hockey pads.
Well said. Well, as I'm sure Buster should have acquainted you all with, we do prefer to do a bit of a inventory search for any individuals coming through Brotherhood territory. Would you all submit to that search?
Fletcher's going to look to Buster and see what he does.
Yeah, Buster would just say, "Yep. Well, we're not taking any contraband around here. Nothing fishy. All good business. Genuinely, Abercorn. It's all fine. It's just a normal trade route." All right. Well, pat them down, everyone. And
Actually, considering we've done you a good turn, I would prefer you just keep your search to the belongings on our caravan.
what do you mean? Just the Brahmin?
I mean, that's really the only place we could have enough belongings to smuggle anyways.
We'd really rather you... Are any of the initiates female?
Yeah.
Oh, they're female.
Yeah, some of them are female.
Okay, how many are there?
There's 13, counting Abercorn.
Oh.
That would have
I
been a
thought
good
it was
excuse.
two. Yeah.
What were you planning?
He was going to say, well, since a large number of this group are women, I think it'd be more proper if you had female initiates with you to search their persons.
Unfortunately, they do.
Unfortunately, they do.
But I see what
That's
you were going
correct.
for.
All right. That actually does make everything awfully convenient. Julian, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
I'm not as good as most of you.
Charisma plus speech.
It's what? Oh, 2.
2? All right, yeah, that'll cut it. All right, we'll just search your Brahmin. Just make sure there's no... Is that a machine gun, Buster? Where'd you get that? Or just a new acquisition? But it's not high-tech. It's just bullets. Old-fashioned. I have no problem with that. All right, no problem with. What do you have?
I have
Laser rifle or
a
laser pistol?
laser rifle.
Okay. No problem with a laser rifle. Every one of you has a Pip-Boy. Now that's something I've never seen. Really, you're just traders. Well, I mean, we're just going down to Columbus, that's it. And I'm doing the trading. They're doing some official DTL business. Nothing clandestine, and of course nothing illegal. But important stuff that, as a business, we can't just disclose.
The radios on the Pit Boys make communication a little bit easier, receiving new instructions from DTL.
Go ahead and make a speech check. Difficulty of 1. He's not terribly interested in knowing your secrets. Charisma plus speech. 2 successes. 1 action point to you, sir.
Very nice. Oh, we need the caps. Okay.
We can get those later. We
Yeah.
can just remember.
We can get those
action-
during break.
Action points for now.
Actually, though.
After all of the blue coats have been stripped of belongings, one of the initiates looks at the Eyebot that is still kind of floating there, and is just listening to the music. Sir? I think we have a bit of a malfunction with this Eyebot here. I don't quite know what the malfunction is. I'm hearing some fine music from that. Sir, it's not supposed to be music. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be one sentence repeated over and over again because that's going to get people to join the Brotherhood, right? Yeah. All right. Abernathy, just fix it. And Abernathy is going to try to fix this Eyebot to start playing propaganda again.
That'd be a contest
Can
against
I?
their
I was
roll.
gonna say, can I contest that to see how well we broke it?
Yes, you may.
Now, note that any hacking checks that I perform have 1 less difficulty. I'm not sure if in this case that would mean that I get an extra success.
I'll list that as a 1 less success on whatever this person rolls.
All right. And other than that, it's what? Intelligence and
Science.
science.
Science. Indeed.
Oh, that's a 1 and a complication.
And a complication?
I'm gonna re-roll that with a luck point.
All right.
Don't want to get in trouble with the Brotherhood here. That's better. That's 2 successes with the -1 hacking bonus as well.
That'll cut it. Do remember that you do not regain luck points in between sessions.
I know, but not getting in trouble with the Brotherhood is very important to me.
That complication would have been they knew it was tampered with.
I know.
And
I
tampered
thought so.
recently. So that was probably the right call. So good choice on that. All right. Abernathy is just trying to work on this thing. And she just says, sir, I might need a little bit more time on this. Looks like it could use a scribe's touch, not us. Well, that's fine. Just deactivate it and we'll carry it with us. But you're carrying it, though. Yes, sir. Can at least be deactivated as they turn the Eyebot off. Well then, before we push these raiders off, anything you need from them? Need any of their gear? Need any
We could use a couple of their hockey sticks
hockey sticks? Fair enough.
and any fabric that they had.
Do they have any caps on them?
You all rightfully took them, so take a look for yourself. There would be 30 caps amongst all of them for you to distribute. Yay! If only that was divisible by 6.
It is.
Yes. That was the intention.
5. She just divides up by 5.
Buster crosses his arms. You know, I did shoot like 2 of them.
You can have mine. I'm not sure I did much.
That is true.
Oh, I was just kidding. I get paid plenty. You all take it. You're on the special mission. Buster, you need to stop saying that. I just have the impulse to take you in for a rigorous interrogation now. Just says Buster. Sorry, that's a little awkward. He kind of went, and Head Paladin Abercorn is, you got me. I'm not going to do anything like that. Safe travels, you all.
Actually, before you let those two free,
Hmm?
Dale, you said your name was. You're from Columbus?
How'd you know?
Just a guess.
Okay. What do you want to know? Says this
I-
man currently just wearing essentially underwear. Well,
I-
okay, and an undershirt. It's Fallout underwear.
I'd like to know if you know anything about the Doppel soldiers.
Oh, yeah, I know the Doppel soldiers. They're pretty fierce. They use pikes. They've got weird, funky accents. They're in that in those cottages. They really like beer.
Do they have much of a hierarchy? Who's in charge?
I don't know that one. Sorry.
Can I roll insight on him?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
And that's
Oof.
no successes.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
How long have they been in Columbus?
Well, they've been our rival for a little while now, about a year maybe. They're pretty strong. That fortress is a stronghold. Sorry, their home base. It's really, really fortified. They mostly just send out, raider bands from where they are at, and then just retreat to home base.
So you're rivals. How far back does this rivalry go?
2 months. It's less of a rivalry in the sense of, Ohioans and Michiganders, and more of a, we are raiders, and they are also raiders, and we want stuff, and they have stuff. And we don't have stuff now.
How many of them are there?
I'd estimate about 100. Can I go now?
One more question, and then as far as I'm concerned, yes. Do you have any idea about their mission, their objectives, aside from just obtaining things? Do they have any special interests?
More beer. I think.
Enlightening.
There's probably something else I can tell. Could I? Could I get my pads back if I give you more of an answer?
No.
I'll tell you what. Our friend here, lady with the rifle, she really doesn't like you. And as you heard, she'd really rather have you dead.
Tabs gives her
Well-
a dirty look.
We'll hold her back if you tell us everything we want to know. If you hold anything back, I can't say we can do much to control her.
We can give you a 5-minute head start, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he looks at Tabs' rifle and is doing the internal math. Roll a charisma speech check to intimidate.
Can I help him with that?
Yes.
One success added to whatever you have.
3 for me.
3. Okay. That probably took 2 successes.
So do we get 2 action points?
Correct. You do.
Bless.
You do indeed.
Outstanding. You are welcome to, if you would like to take the caps out.
Oh, yeah. I have 3.
It was, after all, your check.
3 action points. 3 caps for you. Excellent. All right. Okay. They really like. I'm sorry, I kind of bluffed for nothing there. I don't really know too much, but I do know. Oh, what did they... Yeah. They got a scientist guy.
Tell us more about that.
Well, they got a professor looking guy with circular looking glasses and lab coat.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Can you describe him?
Yeah, he's got like gray hair, but he looks kind of young. Glasses. That's all I got. I don't know how to describe a face shape.
Do you know what they want him for?
No, I don't.
Does he have a prominent nose?
No, I don't think so.
When did they obtain him?
Maybe a month ago. Before we left, of course.
And are you aware if he's still alive?
I think so.
Does anyone else have any questions, or should we start giving him his head start?
You giving Bob the same head start? He looks at his friend.
Yes.
I think we can spare them a pair of shoes too.
It's kind of cold out. In fact, it is snowing. Very lightly, but
Just shoes.
thank you. Thank you. Okay,
Now, head paladin, was it Abercrombie?
that's me. Abercorn.
Abercorn?
Yep. Which I didn't realize there's also an Abernathy in this squad. Aber party.
Aber party.
Do they have a Fitch?
Fitch and Aber party. If you have no further need of them, I don't believe we do either.
No, we do not. But I will say, don't ever come to this side of the border again. Go pester the militia. You try the Brotherhood, you'll be a pile of ash. Have a good day.
Yuto.
Hmm?
Yuto.
No, that he's talking to the blue coats.
I thought he was talking to us. I was like, what did we do?
I thought he
He
had
was
been
threatening
reading.
I
us
thought I
for a
really
second.
Oh no,
Paying
he's talking to
attention.
the Raiders. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we have
Yeah.
done nothing wrong,
Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right.
presumably.
And immediately, both Bob and Dale run southward, away from you all, but also in the direction that you guys are going. They will return. No, I don't. I doubt Dale and Bob will.
There could be BEGs.
Bob trips immediately,
The-
but they are moving a little fast after that. Dale does actually give Bob a hand. They run off into it's the south. There's no sunset. They're gone.
You were shot picks in like the torso a couple times, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna take 2 hockey sticks and some coats, and I'm gonna try to make a makeshift stretcher.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. These are pretty big hockey sticks, so.
Is there anyone who can help me with tinkering and repairing and stuff?
All right.
Repair.
Probably gonna be better at that.
All right, so here is the makeshift crafting system that I forgot to send you all. You already have an idea in mind, so you don't need to go through the concept phase. You also have the materials, so you don't even need to go through the gathering phase. It's now just time for building it. Because this is a small thing of incredible simplicity, I'm going to say you're going to need... Okay, this is going to sound weird. 2 separate successes to build it rapidly. With each of those with a difficulty of 1. So if you say you get 3 successes, you're going to get 2 action points, but you're not going to finish building it immediately because stuff just takes time no matter how good you are at doing it. But you do get those 2 action points, and the next person who's helping out or someone who's helping out can also use those action points. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I'm starting with a check. Does he assist?
Separate check.
Okay.
Separate
Okay.
check for building. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to design this stretcher that we can like tie some cord to
Mhm.
and like tie it to the back of the Brahmin.
Yeah.
So the Brahmin can drag picks.
Yeah.
So none of us have to like
Yep.
carry her,
Yeah.
but it gives her a little bit of an easier.
Yeah. And because of the snow, that would work quite well.
Nice.
I didn't want to travel earlier, but I don't want to stay where the Brotherhood is either.
Valid.
All right. What was the difficulty?
1.
All right, that's 1 success.
Okay.
Mm,
I will allow repair.
Okay.
Intelligence plus repair. Nothing?
Nothing.
My assist.
That's tough.
Oh, never mind.
Look at that.
That's two 16s, man. That's real tough.
You built the first part successfully, but Margie is just maybe you're a little bit more theoretical and less practical engineering.
Yeah. That's
Can
okay.
we try it again for extra time? Or
I'll allow anyone else to try their best at this.
I can lend a hand if you would like.
it's going to be intelligence and repair, I think.
Yes.
Your intelligence is good.
And my repair is a tech skill.
Really?
I have a lot of tag skills, and I have a lot of skills in general.
How many tag skills
Jules
do you
is a skill build. I've got 4 right now.
Oh, that's not bad.
What'd you get?
Not a problem. In the face of 2 17s, that's not going to mean much.
So silly.
Yeah, I know, except mine is higher.
Wow.
It's a stretcher. It's not that
You
difficult.
can work on a Pip-Boy and hack into a terminal, but building a sled is where you draw the
We're
line.
both too
We've got
theoretical.
4 action points too. If anybody wants
Clown
to
to
use
clown
some.
communication.
Is the
Clown to
is
clown
the Brotherhood
conversation.
lingering around, or are they marching off?
Miss Fisher, can you help me?
I suppose.
Abercorn will just say, "Well, I wish you all the best of luck on your mission. Stay safe." I believe that will be it. Stay safe. And he's gonna walk away, along with the rest of his squad.
Good
Is,
riddance.
is there anybody else able to help try to put this really simple thing together?
I don't have a.
Okay, let me have a go. Buster.
Here, can I assist him?
No.
No. Okay.
Would this be
people, sorry.
intelligence plus repair?
Yes. 4. That's one success.
I have a 4 in intelligence and no repair, so it's not like it's gonna be much.
Buster would maybe take a few parts off the Brahmin caravan. It has a few spare parts on it. I mean, it's built to carry a lot of luggage, so there's a lot of things that can help hold things together. And with that part, as well as a little bit of rope attached to the stretcher, your little mobile sled stretcher is ready to go.
All right, X, you're just gonna lie here. Try to keep your emotion down for about a week or so. Don't walk if you don't have to, and you should be good to go after that. Let me know if you feel any pain.
I will say that because you will not be walking, when it comes time for you to roll your endurance check to see if you recover from that, what's it called? Injury? Critical hit? Serious injury? I don't know what the lingo
We'll go
for
with
that
that.
is. But to recover from your torso injury, you will get a bonus because you are not walking on it right now. So, are you all just continuing south? All right. Eventually, you all would actually cross into Ohio and go past what was once Toledo, which now is just a lot more Brotherhood activity. You would see. Oh, what are they called? I should really know this. Chimneys, yes, various chimneys from factories all across this area, just puffing up with smoke and activity. As it looks like the Brotherhood is building stuff. What they're building, I don't know. You'll have to see. So, there are still ruins that you all would come upon. So, we did not actually do an official scavenging phase for Toledo. So, you all have a chance to do that right now. I believe, I will say, I'm going to limit it to just 4 players total, and I'd suggest doing it in pairs. You're welcome to do any role play with someone you're paired with on that scavenging trip. And I'm sorry, you're the only one I remember, but you did the perception check that caught the Brotherhood, so I will say no to that. So,
No to what?
no to scavenging.
Oh, sure.
So essentially what I'm going to do for locales in the future, we're just testing this again, is every locale, there should be 2 people that are the lookouts. Yes, I know there are going to be a lot more of you that are doing the actual looking, but this is just saying that during the important times, this is the person who was the lookout. So 2 people should be the lookout, and the other 4 can do whatever they want. Most likely scavenge. So I know you had the highest perception check, so I'm just going to say you were at least a lookout. But who else wants to scavenge?
I'll look out. That conversation with
Literally a
Mr. Franklin,
scavenger.
anyway.
There you go. That works. Okay, so you 2 are looking out. Who else is scavenging, and scavenging for what?
Is Pix allowed to go scavenging right now?
Could
Not if you want that bonus.
yeah, that was my thought. Was just I would just rest.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you don't have to have everyone scavenging. It's not always perfect, so.
She just checks all her guns and goes through all of that. Which you've noticed is probably the second time she's done that today.
Mm-hmm. Would you mind handing me the Fallout rulebook, please? I'm gonna need my loot tables. Okay.
Dr. Fletcher is going to take Hennig and go looking for meds by himself. And I'm wondering if Hennig can help him look for meds based on smell.
Yes, I will allow that.
And that would leave presumably Margie and Tabs to go together.
That works. All right, so we'll start with. You're already rolling your dice, so I'll go ahead and
I'm-
allow your
I'm practicing. I'm warming up the
Yep.
dice.
All right.
All right, and I think the animal assistance check basically means it's one less or -1 difficulty to these kind of perception checks.
Of course.
Ooh. So that's 1 critical success.
1 critical.
Yep.
All right. What was the number? 1.
Ooh, nat 1.
Nat 1. You can choose any chem you want.
All right.
You ask for Ultra Jet. I might veto that. But a
All
critical
right.
success is
Don't get
pretty
the
darn
Ultra
good.
Jet.
But just 1.
Is there any Addictol?
Yes.
All right, I won't Addictol.
All right. That's what you've got. We'll just have to see if you need that one. That one cures addiction. All right. So you're going with Margie, right?
Yeah.
What are y'all searching for? You can search for different things.
I'm looking for anything that I could sell.
Mm.
Because I am a scavenger, so that's
All
my
right.
job.
Anything valuable looking?
Yeah, I'm looking for ammunition.
All right. Roll some perception, firearms, and
Those are subdivided. Small
oh,
guns?
small guns.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd allow big guns or small guns.
Well, I don't want big gun ammo.
Oh wait, I'm not rolling.
Here's a missile.
I can't use that. I ain't got no
Am I rolling for
missile.
small guns too?
You're going for something.
I think I'm
valuable.
going for survival.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, do survival.
Survival, okay.
That's the right skill.
Perception plus survival, that's 8 plus 6 is 14. So I need. Ooh! I rolled a 1 and a
9.
9, which is
A Schnein?
a Schnein? Yes.
Schnein.
Schnein. A
She's
9.
practicing for when we get to Germantown.
Can you tell that I can't do math to save my life? That would be 1 success and 1 critical success, so that's 3.
Yeah.
I can count.
Nifty.
So 3 total successes?
Yes.
Let's do Margie first. Did you roll first, or have you rolled yet? Okay,
I rolled.
Yeah, well, you did?
I have rolled.
Who rolled first?
Margie did.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do
Yeah.
Margie first. How many successes?
Just one.
Just 1? What are you looking? Are you looking for? You're probably looking for
Pizza
.44
coma.
ammo.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
I would accept anything that would be something that works for anyone else's guns.
Surprise!
Also.
It's 10 mil.
Fair enough. How much?
That would be. Oh, sorry.
It's 1 singular bullet.
It only takes 1 bullet.
And yet, it's not even the right
7
kind.
rounds. All right. You got a 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
That makes up for last session when I kept rolling like 19s all day long.
Everyone's got
I'm telling you,
tough
my
nights.
dice are trying to apologize to me.
How much is it worth? You would find 3 bills of pre-war money, which is typically worth more than caps. I just want to find out how much it is worth. because it's pretty much, though it isn't the currency, it's still interchangeable with. You could pretty easily use it as currency, but I can't find how much it's worth. So that might just be. No, this one's kind of important. I think pre-war money kind of comes up a lot. So I'm going to use my friend named the Index. Pre-war. Or not. Pre-war money. See under currency. Great. Thanks, Index. Currency.
It's
I love
not
it when
wrong.
the index references the index
I
to
know.
find more information.
Right. I mean, I guess it works, but let's see. Currency. Okay. 84. Almost there. This is the last one. Last page turn. How much is pre-war money worth?
This is to represent the chronically large loading screens in Fallout. If you've ever played the games, you know.
There we
If
go.
you know, you know. We're getting little tips.
Oh my word! It doesn't even say what it's worth. Congratulations. It's worth 10 caps.
Yay! Wait, each one is worth 10 caps? Or...
Correct.
So I have 30 caps.
Yep. You also find.
I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find anything. I mean, I was finding like stuff, but I was like, where's
Yeah,
the
none of that
RPG?
just says what the value is.
In Fallout 4, you can sell it for 3 caps.
For 3?
3.
Wow. Okay.
That's it. That's it. Like lowest charisma. Obviously, you can boost your charisma to sell it for more.
Yeah, I don't want to compute item value. 27, 31.
Oh, I'm tired.
Nice. And 13 caps.
I find 13 caps.
13 caps.
Very nice.
So, all in all, that's
Like
What,
43?
43?
caps.
which is pretty good.
I'm rich.
Pretty
I'm
good
rich.
find. I'd say that's worth the 3 successes that you got.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, you all. Oh, wait, no. I don't want
Any
to
count.
take away the roleplay opportunities. Margie and Tabs, you all are going through ruined houses. Margie's quite successful at finding cold hard cash. You're effective at finding 7 bullets. Is there anything you'd like to talk about during that time?
Guess she'd have this ammunition that's kind of worthless to her, and she'd be kind of looking over at your gun and be like, I don't suppose you use 10 millimeter?
I don't know anything about guns. What does a shotgun use?
You have
Not
nothing.
10
I have a hunting rifle.
You use it 308.
Like I said, I don't know anything about guns.
308.
Yeah.
308?
308.
You do not use 10
308.
millimeter.
I don't use 10 millimeter. Okay.
In a shotgun?
No, in her rifle.
Okay, I was
She
like,
doesn't have a shotgun.
The only thing I know about guns is
I'm
Nerf.
right there with you.
Chloe wants to shoot
I
a
can't do
shotgun.
math as I
I
don't know anything
understand
about
it.
guns. I shot a real gun
Or
once and
rifle.
it was
Like-
spooky and I didn't like it. So that's my extent of my knowledge.
You heard it here, folks.
that's all good.
No, I use 308.
Oh.
Maybe you could sell it though to someone who does. That's what I do. I find lots of ammo, when I'm out scavenging, but I can't use it, so I take it and I sell it to people.
Do you do a lot of that?
Yeah, I'm a scavenger. It's my job. If you could call it a job, more like a means of survival.
Why are you on this then?
Get money. I kind of just do all jobs. I'm trying to make it to the Rockies, so.
Those are quite a ways.
Do you got any, goals or anything?
Not really.
Sorry, not trying to be harsh, but,
I'm still trying to figure stuff out.
why are you on this mission? Just
Um,
for the adventure.
I kind of left home and had to do something, and I found a postcard, so.
Fair enough, fair enough. Where are you from?
I'm from down south, kind of in the Rockies, actually.
Oh, that's where I want to go.
It's, yeah, from a little town.
They both nod
Outside of cricket.
for they do not have social skills.
Rad cricket.
What's their
Alright.
combined charisma? What's your charisma?
Giant.
Not high.
I bet you
Charisma's
combined
5.
charisma
Mine's
is less than
4.
Pix's.
What's yours?
9.
Oh.
Our combined charisma equals.
Wait,
Pix's.
who's somebody at a 10? Somebody at a 10. Who is it?
No.
No.
I have a 9.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
You're just rizzing everybody up.
Oh, you have the 10 intelligence.
All right.
Well, we should probably get back to the group. Oh, look at all this money.
She's like, yeah, I kind of find stuff to get money.
Yeah.
Cold hard cash.
Money. All right. For those of you back at camp, which would be just Jules, Frankie, and Pix, who may or may not be asleep, but is at very least prone.
Is Buster still there with us?
Yeah, Buster's still there.
Mr. Franklin, I don't suppose while they're gone you've got time for a conversation.
Got time to kill. It's Frankie, though, please.
All right, Frankie. The way things went down back there,
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
feel about it?
They could have gone a lot better.
I mean, I'm aware. What I'm trying to figure out is exactly what you think went wrong.
Oh, well, I don't think they responded too kindly to me thinking they came from Michigan. That was more of what set them off, though. They seemed rather intent on doing us harm.
Now, in situations like that, I'm not sure how you usually do things. It does seem like you tend to take a more non-confrontational approach, and I respect that. But while we're traveling on a caravan, I think it's important that you don't try to bribe every raider band we run across.
Now, I don't have the caps to do that.
Which was why I was surprised that was the first recourse.
Well, my methods are rather unorthodox. You hired us,
Ulster hired you.
and you work for Ulster,
I work for Delroy Trading Lines.
and Ulster sent you with us.
He confirmed my appointment.
I don't mean to challenge your authority.
I don't have authority.
Nor does she want it.
I'm making a recommendation as someone who's traveled quite a bit before, and as someone who has traveled with caravan quite a bit before. That's all.
As have I. I should probably let you know, Miss
Julian.
Julian. I don't like to kill people. I know the world's a tough place. I know sometimes there's no getting around it. But we're all just out here trying to survive. We're all scared. And that doesn't mean that our lives are worth more than the 8 men we just killed.
I think depending on what we choose to do, they may be. But I'll allow us that difference of opinion, Frankie. All I'm trying to say is sometimes that sort of thing is going to be necessary.
And I understand that. But we let at least 2 of them live.
And I'm fine with that, especially under the circumstances. I'm not advocating that we go in guns blazing every time, but I think maybe a show of force would be a little better than giving away all of our money.
Is this a private conversation, or could anybody else possibly hear this?
Frankie's not hiding anything.
Yeah, Julian did not mean for this to be like hush hush,
Mm-hmm.
but she would be trying to give him the privacy of at least keeping her voice down, considering this
Gotcha.
is...
Would you allow Buster to do a perception check to see if he
Of course.
listens to any of this?
Could Pix do more?
Yeah, of course.
I know we haven't been traveling for a long time together now, but I think it might have gone a little better if we were all on the same page with what we was trying to do.
Yes, well, that's the trouble with freelancers now, isn't it?
Give us a little time. We'll work out the kinks.
I will say, I think Frankie here got pretty close to it. I mean, if it wasn't for that Michigan comment, things might have gone peacefully. But that's just my theory.
And I respect your approach, Frankie. I don't want you to think otherwise. It's just the bribe in particular.
It's worked well so far, and it wasn't company funds. That was my personal wallet. with all
So,
due respect.
considerate, friendly advice then. You
I
don't
will
have
do
to
it.
take it.
Thank you. I'll do with my money what I wish. Believe it or not, I've gotten away on cheaper bribes.
I just don't see why a bribe would be necessary instead of just talking down or showing force or something similar, even if you don't kill them.
In the dog-eat-dog world that we live in, sometimes it's better to share. Even if that means you're both put out a little bit.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm a little bit surprised you've survived this long.
I tend to travel in little bigger groups, at least when I'm going long distance.
What kinds of groups?
Similar caravans, people moving from settlement to settlement. Kind of just depends on where I am and where people are going.
Mostly in this area?
I haven't quite been this south before. At least not near the city. I spent a long stint up in Illinois, Chicago area.
All right. I mean, I've been there occasionally.
It's a nice place if you get over a couple things.
I know exactly what you mean. All right. Well, advice given. I'll back off. But consider it.
It's not the first time someone's given me a similar warning.
Well, I will say that you all handled yourselves quite well there. And though I personally prefer de-escalation, we did what we had to do, and 2 of them got off. That was good. At least I'd say.
Buster, your performance was something of a surprise.
What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't know you had that gun.
Well, personally, I think that I should probably drop the whole hiding it act, because sometimes just having a machine gun tends to be a pretty good deterrent.
Show
against
of
peop-
force, like
Right.
I was saying.
But 1, it's really heavy, and 2, it's kind of cool when I get to surprise people and say, I have a machine gun.
Theatrical, for sure.
Right, the look on people's faces. Oh, that's just what I live for. You know, behind family and actually good things. But that's just me.
You said you had a daughter, right?
Oh yeah, and 2 sons. Daughter gets the chocolate first, though. That's the rules.
Does she leave any for the others?
Some. But she always gets the majority stakeholding claim on it. But we'll see how this goes. Next stop is actually the place where I get it. So we'll have to see how that goes.
So you've been to Columbus before.
Oh yeah, that's why I was picked. I just do this route constantly.
Do you know much more about the Doppel soldiers?
Not really. Mainly because I just kind of go to, DTL station and drop off my goods, and they handle the rest, and then I go straight back.
Do you have any contacts in the militia? I know Ulster mentioned a Folsom.
Oh, and the militia? Well, I wouldn't know this Folsom character, but I do know who the manager is of DTL station down there, and she would definitely know who they are. That would be Nicole Appleby. Oh, she's just a peach. Great person.
Can you tell me the name one more time?
Nicole Appleby. Not like the restaurant, like the last name.
Exactly.
That
like
I was-
the
Apple-
restaurant.
I was gonna
Apple- It's
ask.
spelled like apple by. B-Y.
I was gonna ask if she owned a restaurant.
Yep. Apparently the restaurant was supposed to be spelled like that, but then they realized there was another business with that same spelling, so they changed it to Applebee. There you go.
Interesting.
Random restaurant fact for you. You know, it was a pre-war establishment called Applebee's.
I'd like to think that the Applebee's franchise survived the Great War.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Like a cockroach.
No, Waffle House was open during the Great War.
If any restaurant could, it's definitely Awful House.
Pancake Palace, I believe you mean.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's something different. Yep.
Are we getting back before we leave the locale and stuff?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, everyone is back. All scavenging has been done. Picks. I will give you. I'm gonna say 3 chances per locale to recover injuries. So you just have 1 injury. You have someone who is medically attending you. I really should know these rules off the top of my head, but hey, it's only session 2.
Still new game who
New
dis.
game who dis?
Game
Yeah.
this. That's right.
It's the
So let me
motto.
look up how exactly long-term recovery. All right. So I will say here's the essentially you have to roll a endurance plus survival check with the difficulty based on the amount of activity you've had today. Typically, the highest difficulty will be 4, which means you have had both travel and combat. 3 would be moderate, which is travel but no combat. Light is only a small amount of travel or similar, and restful is no strenuous activity at all. There was both travel and combat today, but I do know that most of the day, since I believe that encounter was in the morning, you are resting on the stretcher. I will decrease the difficulty by 1. So roll an endurance plus survival test with a difficulty of 3. And Dr. Fletcher will roll 1d20 to assist.
Is that intelligence and medicine for me?
Correct, that it is.
One and a complication.
I rolled 2.
I might use a something to re-roll that complication.
Okay.
I don't have many luck points left if I do that though. Without giving it away, is that a good idea overall?
Complication for recovering from a wound.
The way you say it, not
Is that
necessarily
like-
even that the way you say it, but I'm gonna just say yes.
I was actually going to say you should be fine.
Okay. All right. Now I'll leave it.
Okay.
Okay.
So together we got 3 successes.
Okay. I'll say your complication is there's a pretty darn big hole in your clothes, and it's kind of apparent. It doesn't do any stat bonus or stat negations, but you got shot.
I'm hideous now. She puts on the like the hockey pads. This is better.
All right, so that's 1 plus 2.
Mhm.
You rolled only 1d20 and got 2 successes.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
All right, that'll cut it. So on your very first night, mostly thanks to the medicinal help of Dr. Fletcher, you are completely healed. So that wound can't be opened again. You're good.
When I get back to camp after scavenging, who else is here?
I'll say everybody but Tabs and Margie.
Okay.
You're back a little bit quicker because you had a dog help you sniff.
So he's gonna go check up on Pix, but as he walks by Frankie, he's just gonna look and say, "Well, did you give all our supplies away to any other lowlifes?"
Just the ones we could do without, Doc.
I've already given
That
him the
was
talk,
that.
Dr. Fletcher.
That wasn't a joke.
Oh, what wasn't a joke?
What you just said.
Oh no. It was meant to be more of a
Oh, pointed remark, I see.
yes.
Ah, no, trust me. Miss Julian's already had that talk with me. I know my methods are a bit unorthodox.
Unorthodox. You almost got Pix killed. And you got
Whoa! Those raiders almost got Pix killed.
and we could have talked those raiders down if we showed our guns.
He didn't get Pix killed. Pix is alive.
To be fair, I don't think that had much to do with Frankie anyways.
It had a trigger word. That is, I think, the biggest reason why.
After you showed them how weak we are and how we're willing to roll over and give them our money and our stuff.
Well, I would like to point out that, again, those were my personal belongings, not yours. But like Julian and I were talking about, I think if the group was a little more on the same page when we were talking to them, things might have gone a little more smoothly.
Yes, like if we all had done what I said and tried to intimidate them, show them our guns, show them that we can defend ourselves, not only would all of us be healthy and well, but perhaps even some of those bandits would have survived.
I think that's a good idea. We should do that. And I don't think we need to talk about this any further.
I think we do if we're not on the same page.
No, I would like to point out, Doc, that I believe it was you who told the Raiders that we were sick and dying. Am I correct?
That was after you had offered to give them everything because you were too scared to fight.
I wasn't too scared to fight.
Really? Then what was that?
What was that?
I think it was mercy, Dr. Fletcher.
I've been in that position before, Dr. Fletcher. When you're intimidating people, there's not a difference between you and the person you're trying to extort. You're both just as afraid of each other.
Who are you to tell me what it is to be afraid? Look at me. I've been through this plenty of times and I've had to talk my way
Look
out
at
of
you. Oh, look at you. I'm sorry. I can tell you're sick, Doc. It doesn't take a doctor to see that. But I think we can give people the second chance that you want on life.
Yes, and we're talking about mercy here. What about the mercy for all the other people that they've robbed and likely killed?
I can't do a thing about that, Doc. But I can give them a second chance.
Maybe they don't deserve one.
Then that's where we'll have to agree to disagree, Doc.
Fine, we can disagree, but don't risk my life in the future, or Pix's, or anybody else in this group to live out your holy mission.
Oh, it's anything but holy, Doc.
Fine. He's gonna go and tend to Pix.
Anything I can do to help, Doc.
You've helped enough already.
No, I think that might be a little bit unwarranted.
Anybody want some squirrel on a stick?
I want squirrel on a stick.
It's not actually squirrel. I don't even know what a squirrel is.
Okay, never mind.
Mystery made on a stick, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it exists in Fallout, but where are the squirrels?
As you're like
On
checking,
sticks.
As you're checking Pix's thing, kind of, she's just awkwardly standing there. She's kind of uncomfortable, but she's like, "Thanks, Doc.
She's not
I
developing
think
a.
I'm gonna be okay.
She's not developing an infection or anything, is she?
No.
Perfect.
I think I'm gonna be okay. Thanks for taking care of me."
All right, that's good. You'll be back on your feet soon. We need you.
All right. The trip continues. You all move southward. This is not actually a locale. I guess this would be kind of part of Toledo. But as you all are moving south out of Toledo and just further southward, on the road you would eventually see what looks to be a bit of a ramshackle checkpoint with an actual lowered and raised gate arm, and one person wearing what looks to be a mostly black and red uniform that looks. Actually, everybody roll an intelligence. Trying to remember what old world skill would be. Recognizing something from pre-war.
I feel like you might have said speech last time, but I could be wrong.
We did speech for current events. I
Oh,
don't know
you're
if the
right.
same applies, or if you want the same to apply.
It's intelligence plus what?
It could
That's the
also
question.
be science as a technical skill.
This isn't a technical thing.
Well, I mean, history as more of an academic sort of a discipline
Right,
versus
no, I
current events
gotcha.
as
Survival.
hearsay.
Tell you what, I'm gonna let you guys just choose what your characters know in this. This is not anything. I'm not gonna give action points for this kind of action. This is role play only. So you just estimate what you think your character would know about the old world from a scale of 1 to 5. I will ask you to tell me though, because if you say 5, I'm gonna need a pretty good reason for how you would know that much. But does anybody think that they would have pretty good knowledge of the old world? You probably would. You would not.
Why not?
Because of your backstory.
I
You would know about the old world in your home, most likely. What do you think?
Well, I was gonna say that I think that there's a lot of old world books and stuff that
That's
are
valid.
in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
current world would be trash, but old world might be okay.
All
not
right.
not crazy good.
Yeah, I could see a little bit for you.
More from an academic, like, studied it in a book, but not actually seen it or interacted with it.
Yeah, okay. I will say this might not be your concrete old world focus, but I'm going to give you a hidden focus of 4, actually.
Whoa.
4, yeah.
Dang, man.
Or hidden skill. Sorry, I'm still on design.
Frank is like the opposite of Doc. He's seen a lot, but has no academic knowledge of, well, little to no.
You can also use your charisma bonus on this one.
So-
I'm giving you a bit of a bonus, and you'll see why in a minute.
Okay. Okay.
But go ahead and
So
roll an
roll.
intelligence plus whatever focus or skill you decide to have.
Is it tagged?
It's tagged for just Frankie.
So what do I do with that 4? It's intelligence.
I'm actually on charisma. So what's your
Okay.
charisma again?
7.
7. So 7 plus 4.
7 plus 4.
11's your target number, and
And it's
4 is a
tagged.
tag. So if you
Okay.
get anything under a 4, it counts as 2. Partial successes. So I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is.
What's
At the end of the day, this is just a test to know something. It might not actually be that important.
I'll save it. It's 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. Anybody else want to make this check, or just not
I
know?
rolled 2.
You got 2.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, and you used intelligence.
Intelligence, well, even intelligence by itself, I would have gotten 2.
Okay, gotcha. Anybody else rolling that, or no?
I rolled
Mine.
a-
Depends on if
But
what
I
I'm
got
allowed to
0.
add to, because I don't have very high intelligence,
What's that?
but
I think we might just
Yeah.
roll with maybe those
Yeah,
two, unless any of you are really dying to know this. Dr. Fletcher. It's an odd uniform. I don't know if you've ever been down to Ohio, but you would probably run into a member of the Ohio State Militia. But the uniform is, honestly, it's a little bit historically reminiscent of a very old age, not just pre-war. We're talking, looks a little bit like something out of the 1800s. Frankie, you would recognize that that's a stylistic choice. What this person is wearing right here, with a hat with a short visor, very tall cylindrical shape, shako, I believe would be the actual term for this kind of hat, and an slightly ornate looking uniform. It's in fact the uniform of a marching band member. That's why
I was
you would
thinking
know
like
this sort of
British
thing.
soldier during 1776.
Yeah, it's kind of what they look like. So those are the different vibes that you just get, and you see this person just giving an absolutely extravagant, over-the-top marching. Sorry, I can't really demonstrate it as much in this, but it's very fancy-looking marching back and forth, and you see just another member just leaning up against a guardhouse and just watching. And you all approach, and the gate would be immediately opened. The person who is ornately marching will stop and make a... Oh, man. I
About
forgot.
face.
No, about face is all the way around.
Oh, I see.
Man, I really should remember this. Darn it, what did... half-face right or something like that. Man, I can't believe I forgot this. Whatever. But just turn to the right and just say, "Welcome to Ohio." And then the other guy just says, "You guys don't have any chems on you, do you?"
No.
Are you lying? Okay, yeah. Deception check. Difficulty of 1. This guy does not care.
2 successes.
1 action point. Welcome to Ohio. Gate opens. You guys are good to go through. And yes, the borders are different. Toledo is in Ohio, but it's Brotherhood territory. You are now entering territory of the Ohio State Militia. That's gonna get old, I swear.
No, I don't think it
it's
is.
run and gag. You have to do it.
Yeah.
I think
have
it's
to.
so funny.
It's already a little old, but that's part of the charm.
I think, yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably couldn't put that on a shirt or something though. That would probably be
No,
trademark.
that would
We'll just say,
violate some
Ohio
copyrights.
State Militia.
I'm just gonna throw a smoke bomb and say it's parody, and hopefully the courts will back me up.
I don't think the Ohio State Militia would actually be copyrighted. Unless
Ohio
there's an
State
actual.
University has copyrighted the in the context of universities in Ohio, and
Is the militia a university?
no, but it is in Ohio.
And it is followed by Ohio State.
Correct.
I
So I could just say the Ohio State, you know, and
So the Ohio State Militia is probably just some university sorority.
Ow.
wow.
What frat are you in? The Ohio State Militia.
Alright. Pix just marches in and just takes a look around. Is it just like a wall, or like is there something else? around it?
It's a single gate arm over the road.
Oh,
So
okay, that makes sense.
It's not really a checkpoint. It's two
So just-
people in the middle of nowhere
Okay.
on a road.
All right, cool. I'll just walk through.
Jarvin, you don't have to salute like that. But I want to. Go ahead. Good day.
You know.
It's a nice addition to the greeting.
See, I told you, Blevin. You need to be more ornate. We gotta show people that we mean business. We mean business.
I believe you.
All right. Well, have fun selling goods in Ohio. Now get out of here. Go. Brotherhood might shoot you.
I'm gonna follow Buster in the caravan.
Okay. And you guys continue south into Ohio. All right.
Oh no.
Does this all count as a locale change?
This is still Toledo.
Okay.
Next would be the next locale.
Okay.
Things are getting a lot more flat and a lot less populated as you guys are going south. Still more and more snow everywhere you look. But now you are seeing a lot more what used to be farmland. After the war, radiation kind of swept through and just pretty much took out almost all of the agricultural of America. So what was once, look, corn, now it's just like, it's dead plants and snow for miles. Fun times. So, welcome to a new locale. I would like 2 of you to be the lookouts and 4 of you to have a little bit more freedom. Who would like to be the lookout? It'd be nice for this to revolve, just so that some people get the opportunity. All right, Margie and Tab.
Can I
again.
use my falcon as like an assistant?
think you
Because
will.
Yes,
he does
you
have
can.
4 eyes.
Yeah.
4 eyes,
That
4
reduces
eyes.
the
You need a falcon to
I know.
see.
I think it's the keen senses if we're doing the same
Affects
as
the
the dog.
difficulty. Yeah.
What
So
am I
go
rolling?
ahead.
Hawk
This
would
is kind
have
of partial
sight rather
successes,
than
so I'm
sound.
actually just
Perception
going to
plus what?
increase your success. Perception plus survival.
Okay.
Is that for both of us?
Correct.
What's your survival?
6. Sorry. Survival 6, and then perception's 8.
tagged?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be three successes.
3 successes.
So you got a 6.
Very nice.
Okay. I didn't realize the tag stuff. Oh, I could have used that. Oh well. At least I'm figuring it out the
better
second
than
session and not like session 105.
I'm not really great tonight.
All right, what'd you get?
3
We'll look
successes. Not even
3?
including. Because I got a tag skill.
Oh, okay.
So
Spectacular.
gosh, you got a
So
good
that's going to
test.
be essentially a total of 4 successes.
I'm like.
Go ahead and take
I see everything.
2 action points.
I can't reach something.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna knock my microphone over.
I think that maxes out the pool.
Yeah.
All right, we're
What's
at
the-
6.
I got
What's the
Coca-Cola.
normal max?
6.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, you have
I'm
inspirational
inspirational.
leadership.
So that
Well,
counts
add
as
one.
2.
The pool is 7, not
got
6.
Coke.
You got Coke?
I'm very
Counts as
inspirational.
2, not against the pool, but for your points.
So we can still do one more.
Killing it.
All right, well done.
Yay.
What'd you get?
I just got one.
Okay. Nothing. You don't get anything.
It's the
Yeah.
gas mask.
It's okay, buddy.
All right. Okay.
You roll well when it matters.
As you all are moving southward, this mainly agricultural, flat, very barren area briefly breaks into an area with a little bit more trees. Still flat, a little bit minor, very minor rolling hills, and a little bit of civilization coming up. Don't worry, we will do the scavenging in a bit, but first we're going to do a bit of an event. Upon coming up on this town, which he hasn't identified, and as far as you've seen, you haven't seen any road sign, Buster would say, okay, we're here. We're here at the place with the best chocolate. I don't know how it's been preserved since the war, but it's delicious. Obviously, I'm definitely stopping, and any of you all are also welcome to come with, if you so desire. Who wants to come with me?
Oh, come if just a look.
Okay. Okay?
Better to stay together, I suppose.
Okay?
Yeah, why don't we all just stick together?
All right. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Excellent. Okay. So we are going to go right here. Why am I JFK? Where'd you come from? Ask for better times.
Buster's got a tough accent to nail down.
Which is bad because he's just Midwestern. He's from Wisconsin. I should really just know this. I guess I have like an accent limit, and I'm just like.
Think
I've only
lots
got
of
5.
cheese while you
Southern
speak as
Irish.
Oh, Wisconsin. Yeah, I know. Southern and Irish are my tendencies.
JFK.
And JFK. I can slip into JFK easily. You'll meet him eventually.
JFK?
What?
Sorry. He lived. I'm alive.
I am an AI.
It was all a CIA plot.
Oh,
Anyway.
very cool.
Guys, I was right. The birds aren't real.
For the
What's that
bourgeoisie.
corn
Fun
cob?
fact: in Fallout, the birds aren't real. They're Institute drones.
No, they are not.
Are they really?
In Fallout 4, there
Oh,
are
I hate
crows in
that.
Fallout 4. They are Institute drones. I know. I know. I know.
I see them all the time. I
Yep.
didn't know that.
Institute drones. And I think that game was released before the birds aren't real became
Birds
a thing.
aren't real, apparently.
Yeah, I guess not.
It was always true. It just took a long time for us to finally understand.
Ooh,
I
but the
hope
ones in the
corn cob is
Southwest
real.
are real though.
Corn
Yeah.
cob is 100%
Oh
right.
yeah, the Institute.
I'm used to
That's
real
something
birds and I
awesome.
have to transition
Correct.
to fake birds.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be like, they're just not quite right.
This is why nobody likes the Institute.
Understandable.
And they're like, we want to replace people. Why? They never justify themselves.
I feel like we need to
No.
clip just that noise.
That's how your son reacts. You're like, why are you doing this, son? It's the best for the Commonwealth. Okay, moving on from my gripes with Fallout 4, which we could have session upon session about. But moving on to chocolate, which I did not actually look up the name of the store, which is important.
I bet it's not Uranus Fudge Factory.
We drove past a billboard for that.
Wait, where is that?
What?
Is that in the
Indiana.
Midwest?
I think it's in Ohio.
It's in
It's
Indiana because we were on our way
Really?
to Indiana
Oh,
to
okay.
visit his parents, and we drove past it, and I have a
Wild.
video proof.
That makes
being
sense.
Like, oh, look at that.
That's probably quite.
What
effective.
about Grandpa's Cheese Barn?
Have you ever been to Grandpa's Cheese
I
Bar?
haven't been there, but
That
I've
sounds
seen the billboard, and
incredible.
I like want to go.
I
know,
think
me
you
too.
mean
Where we
Grandma's Dairy Den.
Next day.
I love
Oh, it's
cheese.
Falloutified.
So
Yeah. All right.
I will eat
What
as
does
much
the factory
cheese as I
or
can.
the store look like?
Yeah. So you all would go to Schneider Brothers Chocolate, which is in this small town that you guys are in. It's somewhat unassuming, just a small brick building. Seems to be mostly intact. Nobody nuked this random town in Ohio, but the people in the town did still die. Radiation is a
Yay.
thing. So it seems mostly abandoned, but it's a somewhat pristine-looking town. One might say immaculate. As you all go into this store, you would see essentially the front area is. It's been 200 years since the Great War. There's nothing left here. But Buster would lead you all essentially to the back. Clarence would be hitched out front, and he would go to a back room and open a cellar door in the basement. In the back room that goes to a basement. Okay, now here's the deal. I found this. I found this chocolate. And I kind of want this to last a while, and I don't want everybody scrambling for it. Like they're, I don't know, stars on Nuka-Cola caps or something like that. So take no more than one per person, okay?
I entirely understand.
I will shoot you.
Can I take
No.
2 halves of different ones? Are there
I
multiple
mean, they're
flavors?
chocolate bars.
There's no different flavors. I read about different flavors.
Different flavors of chocolate.
He always
Yes.
dreamed of different flavors of
I
chocolate.
heard they got white chocolate.
White chocolate.
Yeah, like it's chocolate, but it's white.
I read about
That's
that
the
too.
craziest thing I've ever heard. I haven't found any white chocolate before. This is just brown chocolate here.
Do they have different? They have dark.
What about red
chocolates?
velvet?
What is dark? It's all dark brown. But velvet?
does-
Velvet's a
Never
cloth.
mind. Let's go look.
Does chocolate diversity not exist in the Fallout universe?
This is a sad
Chocolate is
cold
just really
universe.
rare, man.
How's Coco doing right now?
Are you telling me they don't have sea salt
Emotionally.
caramel
How's the
Ghirardelli
cocoa
Does the
squares?
import of
What about
cacao look like
Lindors?
to America? Yeah, Spencer. What does the import of cacao look like?
How many
In the
tons per
Fallout
year?
universe?
What is the United States import?
Nothing.
days?
Economy look like? Yeah, this day, today.
Right now.
Nothing.
How many
Oh,
tons
like
of cacao?
Real life or in
No,
2298?
no, in
in Fallout?
2298.
They're not really importing much.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Okay.
quantify that.
0.
How many pounds or tons?
Nada. Zippo.
None yet.
Who knows if it even exists anymore?
The linguist.
What? I missed that. I'm
That's
sad I did because I
terrifying.
wondered what the context was.
They nuked.
There are just milk chocolate bars here. That's it. Everybody roll perception plus survival. This is not actually
Here it is.
surviving.
Scavenging for chocolate.
This is
Oh,
scavenging.
I rolled a nat 20, but I got a 3. So I got.
Partial success.
Oh, no.
What is this? Perception plus survival? Yeah, so I got 1 success and 1 complication.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Am I gonna
One.
get poisoned by
One.
the chocolate?
Anyone get a higher than a?
Well, if it's a tag skill, do you get an automatic success?
No.
Is that how that
No.
works? No.
It's
If
Okay.
you
just
roll-
can do the-
Yeah. Under
Oh, if
the
you
number
roll
what
a
you skill
success, you get it.
No.
If
No.
you roll a
No.
success under the number of your focus,
Yeah.
then you get 2
So what'd you
successes.
roll?
So if
At
you roll
or
a 4
under the
or
number?
under on repair for me.
Oh,
Then it's
so I
2.
rolled a 3.
So that's 2.
So I do have 2, but I have a complication.
Okay. Everybody just gets regular milk chocolate bars. You don't find anything else here.
Good enough.
But maybe something else is here.
Dr. Fletcher is going to open it, take a small bite, nod his head, and then he's going to wrap it up very carefully and put it in his bag.
Alright. It is really, really good. I don't know if there's some kind of preservative that they put there. Or, I guess this would be Buster saying, I don't know if there's some kind of preservative that they put, but must be the same stuff they put in, other packaged foods. But it's still amazing. But I have a theory that before the war, it tasted even better. I think.
Maybe that's when they had white chocolate.
I have heard of that.
My
Yeah,
cousin told
sure.
me about it.
I didn't hear about that.
White chocolate.
I have a cousin that sometimes travels up to where I lived on the farm, and he told me about white chocolate.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is you've met the Puppet Man. What a joke.
He's a traveling man.
Well
traveled,
worldly man.
Like it's
He knows.
she's not meaning to be like a horror movie, but she just comes up behind me, turns.
Whoa.
Who's the Puppet Man?
The Puppet Man?
Yeah.
Oh, he's an immortal man who speaks to a puppet and is frankly quite murdery. Just kills people.
Frankly or Frankie.
He's been around for hundreds of years, according to the tale. But his puppet speaks from. It's like he's like a ventriloquist.
A ventriloquist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one I'm going for. Okay.
I
Yeah.
really assumed we were over superstition now that we've had war and. Never mind.
What do you mean? I've seen a giant moth before. Of course, superstition's back.
I mean, sure, you've seen a giant moth, but you've never seen a puppet man, have you?
No, I haven't seen the Puppet Man before.
What about the Hat Man?
The Hat Man?
I once had a nightmare about Hat Man.
Hat?
He's wearing a hat and sitting in my doorway. Spooky.
That's
And
just-
you're certain that wasn't just a regular man?
Oh,
in
and
a
there's
hat?
there's that smiling guy in. You're from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Have you seen that smiley guy that disappears and stuff?
My cousin might have saw him once. My cousin's seen everything.
But yes, I would say, Mr. Ortega, that we are. Dang it, JFK, get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my sandwich.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Wisconsin. Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers. All right.
You got it.
Dang it. Never mind. Okay, it's Buster. He's back. Okay.
The ghost of JFK.
I think it's. I just think it's time to go back to, fun tales and that sort of thing.
I mean,
Makes
don't get me
things
wrong.
interesting.
I understand the impulse to go back to things pre-war. I just don't think superstition is one of the helpful ones.
Who says it has to be helpful? It's just fun.
I mean, wouldn't it be more helpful to talk about many of the real, non-superstitious things like, well, mole rats?
Okay. Here's how you would say a spooky tale about mole rats. Oh, they burrow under the ground, and then they appear, and they might bite you.
There's always the death claw.
Oh, okay, death claws are no joke. But that's not a good story. That's what matters.
Maybe just tell stories.
That's what I'm saying. But we can say stories about the puppet man and about how he murdered my neighbor. My neighbor's fine. But it's just telling it. Really, none of you are on board.
Oh no, I get it.
Okay.
It's a lot like music, Buster.
Exactly.
I don't
It's
think it's
not-
anything like music.
That's what I'd say.
Well, it's not for any specific purpose. It's just for living life. It's
Well,
for
I just
entertainment.
don't see why stories don't stay stories and reality doesn't stay reality. I mean, I'm reading plenty of monster stories. Doesn't mean that I'm pretending one murdered my neighbor. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I've seen
maybe it would be more interesting if you said it murdered your neighbor.
I've had plenty of people murder my neighbors before, and I didn't
Anyway,
need a
I'm
story
going
to
upstairs.
make
She
that
just
up.
turns and she seems very uncomfortable. All of a sudden, she goes upstairs. I'll be by a tree, by a house. And she steps outside, and there are no trees.
Check on Clarence.
There are trees around here.
Oh, there's a
actually.
tree.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
goes
yeah.
over to a tree.
Yep.
She's gonna sit next to it.
Wait till you guys hear about the scarecrows.
Are you gonna tell us about the scarecrow,
No,
Buster?
that one's not free. That one comes later.
Thank you for sharing your stash.
Of course.
Yes, that was very good.
Now
of you.
don't tell anyone about it, okay? Secret. All right, that's a DTL company secret. So if you tell anyone about it,
What about people in
Jules is gonna
DTL?
have to kill you.
What about
I
people
am not
in
going
DTL?
to have to kill them.
What?
What about other people in DTL if it's a DTL secret?
Don't tell them either.
So it's more of a Buster secret.
There you go. Okay, that's perfect.
Mum's the word.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Tabs, you are in a basement right now. Actually, you know what? Pix, you'd be a little surprised. You're going up from the cellar, which would be a ladder. And as you're heading up, you would see Corncob sitting on the edge of the hatch. I guess the word would be squeaking or peeping. Just making
Squawking?
Squawk.
Like-
not squawking, just a bit more quiet, just like peeps without opening the door.
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
lip?
Maybe flapping the wings.
yeah. Yep, you would know.
The-
Something like that.
Obviously. Tabitha would know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never seen a falcon.
I'd say
This
Pix
entire
is,
campaign is just
Pix
me
is
being
not
I don't know
like
anything about this. You'd be cool.
great with animals. It's more her family, but she's been around them, and so she kind of picks up something's not good, and she basically calls down and says, "Everyone, I think there might be trouble. Corncob's acting up." She
Corny.
pulls out a pistol and just kind of starts looking around.
Oh great, we're in a cellar. This is the last place I want to be.
All right, then let's get up there.
Hennig is down here too.
Okay.
Can I get, like, Corncob to, like, flap down and, like, come
yeah,
inside the cell?
Absolutely. It's a little dark down here. It's not ideal for a falcon, but. All right, everyone. What's the plan?
Someone should look around, like, not go around, but like look.
Is someone here pretty sneaky?
I'm pretty light on my feet.
Maybe you could go take a look.
I'd be happy to.
Just don't talk to anyone without us.
Do remember that we do have our poor Clarence is out front. So they probably know at least someone's here.
Think-
Someone's here.
Might be good to have at least 2 people go. For your safety, Frankie.
Somebody who's a little better at talking.
Not what
Why
I
don't
mean.
you come with me, Doc?
I
You
think
seem to
I
be
think
great with
somebody
I
other
should-
than Dr. Fletcher ought to go.
I'm going to go. I'm going.
Pix,
right now.
why don't you go?
All right.
Pix, be careful with that injury. Don't overexert yourself.
Yeah.
I can take Pig's
I won't
place
render
if she needs to
myself.
rest.
You can go. It's just be careful.
Okay.
Doctor's orders.
Is sneaking agility?
It is in fact agility.
I have 10, so that's pretty good.
Dang, man.
Excellent.
Dang.
Oh, I actually have a lot in sneak too.
Very good.
I'm good with this.
All right.
Thanks. Two successes. Just normal successes.
Can you use an action point and a luck at the same time?
You have to use the action point before you make the roll.
I'm gonna use 2 luck points. That's not a good roll. Well, that's 2 successes.
2. What numbers, everyone?
What numbers?
Yes. What numbers did you roll?
Oh,
Oh,
Did any of you roll a 1?
no, but I rolled under my tag, so.
Which
I
you
don't know
roll
if
under your
that
tag?
My tag's a 6, and I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I get the feeling like this isn't a good thing.
All right. You are not spotted as you go up. Essentially, you take a place behind the counter of this candy store. Because the difference between this person's success and your rolls was so slim, the margin so narrow, it's just going to be a glimpse is all that they have. You all hear someone say, "Who goes there?"
Did we get any sort of visual
I
on
know
this person?
someone's in there. Both of you roll perception. Perception plus survival. Difficulty of 1. Nil.
Yeah, I can't see for.
Okay.
I can't see for anything.
Nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't see a thing. If you all know what's good for you, you types will come out before you tarnish this town. Now come out. We have guns. Please, I would hope you're a little bit more civilized than this.
Is there a way to like sneak back to the cellar
I'll,
around the counter without being seen?
That's the question. It'll be a stealth check and another perception check on this guy's part.
Okay. If you can try and warn the others, I can at least stall.
Alright. I'm gonna try and just. When he starts talking.
If I pop my head over the counter and start stalling, can that act as a distraction for Pix?
Yes, it can. I'll allow that.
Nice strategy.
That'll be 2.
I'm gonna slowly come over the counter, hands raised. But, hello?
Okay. Before I describe what you see, we'll go ahead and roll with Pix's roll. You can assist with your speech. So roll 1d20, speech plus charisma, and you roll agility plus sneak.
Just.
Just 2?
Yeah.
One success?
Oh wait, no. That's
Nothing?
0 successes.
0 successes. What
My
numbers?
charisma's 7
12.
plus 6.
Just
Both
12?
are 12. Yeah.
Both are 12. 5 and an 8. And this person is pretty good at perception. Sorry about that. Frankie, as you pop your head up above the counter, you see a creature you have never seen before. It's large, on 4 legs, standing almost like almost 10 feet tall. It has almost a shiny brown body, 4 cloven hooves, and an elongated head. You've never seen it before.
Elongated up or forward?
Forward. And then you see a man riding it. This is a man on a horse.
Okay. A horse with a long face.
What, a long
Our
face?
With
horses
a
are
long
not
face.
a
But,
Plus
horses are
3
not a
successes, automatically.
Yes.
Are horses not a thing in Fallout?
No, they're not.
Now that I realize I've never seen one in the games I've played.
They're not in the games. Yeah. I can see you behind the counter as well. You see a man in what looks to be like Wastelander version of a suit.
Okay.
So very patchy suit, but sometimes that's the best that you can imagine. You there sneaking off? Both of you, out front right now.
Sure thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shuffle behind him.
He seems
Around the counter.
pretty normal. So
Are you both? You're both going.
They don't seem immediately harmful.
This guy that you see looks to be in his 40s, blonde hair, tried to be cut well. It seems like this person is trying their best to look fancy in these dark times. And he's holding a double-barrel shotgun. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. What are you all doing skulking around in this store?
oh, we were. We were scavenging for stuff. We thought the town was abandoned.
It seems like this place has been untouched.
Not untouched, just quiet.
Yeah.
It's a small population, but we still take care of ourselves.
Oh, no.
My knee.
I'm
like
Darn counter.
Yeah.
hit like a fence post or
The shotgun
something.
goes off.
Blown kneecap out.
Ow.
I think a fight's breaking out up there.
I'm from a small town too, so I get it. It's quiet. Sorry, we thought that this place was I don't know, free to peruse, as it were. Is
Oh,
this
well, it
someone's?
certainly is. I just wanted to make sure you weren't ne'er-do-wells.
Oh,
That's it.
no. we're
And you
just-
certainly don't seem the type. And might I say, that's a very fine suit, sir. Where'd you get it?
Oh, thank you. Well, I'd like to say it was custom tailored, but as you can tell, it's not.
Not exactly, but
There were a couple pieces we found in good condition. Decent condition. It's a little faded.
you know, we actually have a tailor here in town who might be able to size that a bit more appropriately for you. It's odd. We have the tailor, we just don't really have the cloth.
Really?
Indeed.
Why, I'd be mighty appreciative of that. Oh, what was your name, sir?
Ah, why, I'm Steve Stephenson, of course.
Steve, nice to meet you. Frankie.
Frankie.
He's on a horse.
Yeah. Oh, I'll shake your hand later. I appreciate the cut of your jib, sir.
Me not knowing what that means, what does that mean? The cut of your jib.
Your vibe.
Okay.
My jibs are uncut.
Well, it's we didn't see anyone coming in, so you said the population was small. How many people are living here?
I'd say about 100, although most are out on field day today.
What's
Field day.
Field day is race day, of course. We are celebrating. As a town, we have been, just unfathomably blessed by this recent turn of events. We have horses now. Look at this. And he's just pointing to his horse. Pix, I don't know if you've ever heard of a horse before. It's been 200 years since these things have
Yeah,
been seen.
they're like farming people, but they probably would learn about just what they knew. So unless they heard
Yeah.
of stories, and I don't
It's
imagine
like-
I don't imagine them as like a family that had like a big heritage. Just
Right, yeah.
They learned how to survive and stuff.
This is more like me seeing a dodo bird.
the long face, is that radiation?
Oh no! This is essentially a pre-war creature that was exterminated after the war. And they're back! Huh! And they are excellent for our little town, I'd say. Also quite good in combat, too.
Do we hear any of this from down the cellar? Sounds like he's talking
I
again.
then say.
I bet
um,
it's
Well, I guess, did you leave the hat open?
nasty. Somebody up.
I mean, I feel like we would have shut it for safety. I would say, very loudly. Well, you don't like a lot higher than she normally does. I see you don't. You guys don't seem to be any danger at all, which is really nice.
That's good enough.
You
I'll
guys
pop
can
out.
hear us.
He's gonna do an insight check on that.
Well, he is holding,
Can I
he is holding the
disguise it?
One success. Yeah, roll a charisma plus speech.
I mean, if they're no threat, we might as well come out and join then.
3.
Yeah.
2 action points. Oh, sorry, I need more water. I thought
You were
Frank-
Frankie there for a
2
second.
action points.
We can start using these guys.
We should.
I think we're full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just took one. Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of pass off as she seems a little excited. And then as she kind of does that, she like looks at the horse into its eye and says, she like steps forward and just to herself, she says, I have like a weird connection with this.
No, you don't. Pearl is
girl.
mine.
She's
No.
the horse girl confirmed.
She like looks up at him. Like, all of them. That's weird.
Could you repeat the name of this gentleman?
Steve Stephenson.
Steve Stephenson.
How could you have forgotten Steve Stephenson's name?
Perfect
we come
Steve
out
and his
now?
perfect horse.
Yes,
Steve,
you all can come out.
Steve, I want to be honest with you. We like to take care of our group. We actually have a little bit larger of a collection with us. We just didn't know who was outside. There's 6 of us.
All
Or
right.
7.
Buster.
Buster.
What are you doing? Okay. They ain't Irish.
It's okay, it's okay.
That's okay.
You seem nice. You don't happen to need any entertainment for the races, do you? I'm quite the musician myself.
What do you play?
Oh, I have this mighty OK trumpet here, and Frankie's gonna pop the case. It's a little it's pretty tarnished, but it is a functional trumpet.
And you actually play that?
I do. Jazz mostly, but I do know how to do a sound off.
Excellent. Do you know any of this? I'm sorry. This is all kind of new to our town, but it's been very important to our history, and we've recovered it, and we're trying to learn more about it. Do you know any music of Dixie? I don't know what that is, but it's been referred to a little bit in our town's codices.
You don't happen to have any records of the music, do you?
Unfortunately not.
I can't say I know it off the top of my head.
Well, that's okay. It was worth a shot. A sound off would be excellent. Oh, this is wonderful. I can't wait to inform the rest of the Finley Equestrian Society of this wonderful turn of events.
We found the horse.
Is that an equine?
I think he called it a horse.
Yes, it is a horse.
Oh, I've seen pictures of them in this book my grandpa had. It had farm animals in it from like pre-war and everything, and they had one of them horses. I always wish I had one. You know, I think it'd be fun to ride around.
Where did
Well, we have one.
Where did you get these?
Well, we had a bit of an adventure in Kentucky. Apparently, these were preserved in Vault 52.
Kentucky would do that.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is... do you have a title, sir? Are you mayor, colonel, general?
Oh no, I'm just the deputy treasurer chair. But you can call me Steve.
Everyone, this is Steve Stephenson. Mayor deputy chair of... Pardon, I don't think we caught the town name.
Oh, Finley.
Finley.
I'm sorry, I just put Finley in this. Okay. And suddenly, Keith appears because he lives here. No.
Keith is one of the horses in this universe.
Is that Bibberty Lenton High School?
Is that the name of the high school there?
Liberty Benton. Is
Oh,
one
I
of the high
heard
schools.
Bibberty.
Bibberty
No, that's
Benton?
what he said.
That's the Fallout name.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah. Yeah, I didn't change the town name. Hey, it's better than my first idea, which was Equestria. But then
Oh,
I
gosh.
realized that's the name of the place where My Little Pony.
Yeah, I'm so glad you realized that because if you just popped out with that now, you all just would have died.
Yeah, that would have not gone well.
You're in Equestria. Oh yeah, everyone's a horse girl now.
Oh, just picks.
Those two are now bronies.
Oh my word.
I'm
Is-
not.
This is not how I was expecting this episode to go.
Vault 52.
Mhm.
How did you get these from Vault 52?
Well, we bought them fair and square. No one else seemed to be interested, but we were terribly interested. They breed them down there.
Do you breed them here?
To be perfectly honest, we don't know how to do that. But we might just buy more later.
Pix's face just goes red and she just kind of looks away.
Well, I grew up on a farm, so like, you know, I do know a thing or two about
This isn't some
animals.
ramen. You can't just...
You
I'm
can't
not going
just-
to... No, I'm not going to
I-
finish that.
I'm
just saying I could probably help if y'all need me.
Well, listen, the
I
only
can
reason
help
that...
too. I've have quite an experience with breeding and genetics.
I think you're all forgetting that we have a mission.
That's true. When I'm done with the mission,
Side quest added. Breed horses.
just saying she's a farm girl. She would know these things.
And someone's life is hanging in the balance.
Fair. All right.
Yes.
But the horse breeding.
But I want a baby horse of my own.
Well, we would absolutely love it if you could begin our races with a sound off, though. That would be... Oh,
Well,
my land. I can't imagine what how the rest of everyone will react. Where are you all headed?
Columbus.
South.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. But understandable.
Do you have a scientist or geneticist or someone here?
We have an equinologist.
Of course I do.
I don't suppose I could meet him.
Well, she might be a little busy. She's trying to crack the whole,
Horse kissing.
problem.
Yeah.
What?
It's
What
a
problem?
lot more awkward when you.
How horses have more horses?
She's trying to figure out the breeding problem.
There you go.
I can help with that. I've done quite extensive research.
Oh, we would love for you to help.
Dr. Fletcher.
Okay, everyone, hold on. Stephen?
Steph.
Steph.
There's a
Wait, no,
reason.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve Stephenson.
Steve,
I will.
hold on. We need a
let you
group
read.
group up.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone over there.
Races start in 15 minutes, though.
Okay, everyone over there. I'm just gonna try and bring everyone over and we do huddle. Which maybe people don't know what that is, but she doesn't.
Buster just says, there hasn't been a person in this town for as long as I can remember. This is really weird.
Look,
Like bad weird.
I don't know. I just haven't noticed any of them before.
Is his name odd?
Steve Stephenson?
I mean,
It sounds like the same name twice.
is
I
this
think that's pretty normal.
is this
Just
just
like
us
Alex
in that
Alexander
circle?
or
Yeah.
Chris Christie.
Look, Miss Ortega.
Julian.
Julian, these people, they've been south to Kentucky. They've been south to Kentucky. Okay, that means they would have passed Columbus. They might have information on the area and on the region that we could use.
We've already talked with people who have camped out in Columbus.
And these are people who have traveled there recently. It's not that hard to figure out how to get horses to breed if they haven't figured it out. This is pretty recent.
How long are you asking for?
Just 30, 45 minutes. Just to talk to some people, get some leads, and possibly some information that could make our job and task easier. I mean, if they have a scientist, there's not many scientists in this region. They might know a little bit about the person that we're trying to rescue.
Ask about Courtland, but do it subtly. Don't just go out there wielding his name.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I'm much more subtle than that.
All right?
All right.
I'll give you an hour.
also,
Thank you.
I think we should stick together. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but something
I
feels
think-
a little weird.
I think it'd be better if I talked to the scientist alone. You know, the more people... Scientists...
Well, why don't you take Margie?
Oh, all right, I'll take Margie.
Do you mind?
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna come too, but I don't have to be in the room.
All right, that's fine. I just need a little
I
bit of
need to
time.
be able to know where you guys are at.
I just need some time alone to just do the science talk. befriend the scientists,
That's
let them
fine.
know that I know what I'm doing.
I
And
just
that I'm
want you to be
trustworthy.
safe when you do it. Okay.
I appreciate that. I can take care of myself.
She just it's like gives him a little like punch in the shoulder and says, "I know you can't."
No, I think if we're going to try and do that, some goodwill would not be a bad thing. Maybe Tabs and I can tag along with Frankie and he can play something.
I'd like to see more of them horses.
I would too, but I won't.
My grandpa would have loved seeing a horse.
Look, Pix, I appreciate the help, but you can go. Margie and I will be fine. You can go see the horses and watch the race. You don't mind coming with me, Margie, do you?
No, that's fine.
No, I wanted to talk with Margie.
All right. Well, excuse me, Mr. Stevenson? Stevenson. I apologize.
That's fine.
Is there any chance I could, well, while you all are watching the race, if me and a couple of my associates could go and meet your equinologist?
Well, we did just meet.
If it makes you feel more comfortable, they can wait outside and I can just go in and speak to her alone.
That could be good. I will also just tell a couple of our town members that you plan to meet with her. Just so that, it's equal numbers and,
Of
you
course.
shouldn't kidnap her, of course.
Of course not. I'm a scientist myself, and there aren't very many of us in the wasteland. I like to meet those that I can.
Charisma speech check.
What's the difficulty?
2. But partial successes as well. A 1 won't sink your ship.
Well, that's good because I got a 1.
Oh. Wait, just 1 success?
Just 1 success.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So are the rest of you all coming to the races?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, follow me. Oh, wait, I need to get someone else. Wait a minute. And he would just ride away. And
As this guy's like maybe talking with us as we're doing, can I do some check to kind of check his vibe? Does he feel weird?
I was gonna say, if you say vibe check, that I'm gonna need something a little bit more explicit.
Okay. Does he act like a person?
Are you insight checking to seeing if he's a synth?
Is he a... I guess I guess I'll say, does it feel like I'm going to try and see if he's hiding something. Or if there's like, this guy's not acting like people normally do.
If he's
Like,
hiding
Alright.
a malicious intent.
Okay, perception plus speech.
Okay. I feel good having speech because my perception, horrible. Speech helps. It's 10. It's checked.
Are you all fine if we just not have a break tonight? All right. Okay, we'll have a break.
Maybe
I just
need
need,
to
need
use
like
the
a quick
restroom.
bathroom break.
Maybe like a short one.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll do a short break. Not the
Yeah.
30-minute one.
I
Having so
don't-
much fun.
I don't get anything, so I'm kind of looking at him and I'm just like getting distracted by this horse.
So nothing.
It's really
The horse
majestic.
seems real.
It's really majestic, and I really don't like how smitten I am with it.
Are you gonna have a bad
Weird
relationship with
choice
your
of
father
words,
now?
but okay.
Okay, sorry, not smitten.
Entranced.
Yeah, entranced.
I don't think there is a good.
There is not.
Yeah, all
I
right.
mean, entranced is kind of something
I'm
that you would apply to an
enthralled.
object
Yeah.
or something neutral.
maybe like. Oh,
Enthralled
odd
is good.
Yeah, I'm awed by it, and I don't know why. I don't know how I
It's a
feel
horse. A horse is here. Okay.
Nix.
Yeah.
The horse is here.
I-
All right. You got nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Seems like a normal human being.
Okay.
Buster, you mentioned that you've never seen anyone in this town.
No, it's been abandoned. Every single time I've been here,
How many times have you been through here?
nearly 100.
Over how many years? Or how much time?
About 4.
So you're saying these people just popped up out of nowhere?
I don't like this.
I guess.
When's the last time you were here?
A week ago.
A week?
A week?
Wait. Probably 2 weeks.
Haven't we
Sorry.
been traveling for like
Yeah, I
2
know.
weeks?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
He sprinted ahead.
Yeah, no one's here.
Fine.
Okay.
Is it possible you just missed them?
I mean,
Maybe they just
I just
arrived?
stopped here at Schneider's and that was it.
Did they say they just arrived here? They've been living here for a while.
It feels like they have a group, like they have a society.
Because they
like
could have just
something
like
society.
rolled in town
Have
a
you?
week ago.
How well Well, how thoroughly have you
Look out.
explored the town?
Like,
or
what if they're
have you
good at
just passed
hiding,
through?
you know, even with them horses?
Well, I've mostly just stopped at Schneider's and then kept going. So I haven't really explored the town.
They could
not
have just been
recently.
hiding this whole time, you know? Sneaky.
I guess.
I mean, it's
I mean,
not
it is-
easy to hide 100 people.
Yeah, that's why it's weird.
To be fair, I think he could be exaggerating his numbers. Well,
When we go
to
to
him, we are
Derby,
a
we can ask
stranger.
them how long they've been settled here, you know?
We are strangers, and I could see why, if they're a small group of, say, a dozen people, he wouldn't want us to know exactly what they have.
Doc, I know you want information here, but
Oh no. It stinks.
I'm
Also-
receiving a call.
Also,
Yeah.
It's our Pip Boys.
Is it about
Yeah.
the horses?
Mr. Ulster calls us like,
sorry.
It's not about the horses. I don't want
you guys see horses?
also, if they didn't have a scientist, well, they would have just said scientist, not equinologist. Most people don't know what that is.
We're not trying to say go. I think what the rest of them are saying is be careful.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, Doc, we all gotta look after each other, remember? Don't go anywhere alone, right? That's what you told me.
Yeah, we know that was what you were implying with that.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we were all on the same page.
Oh, don't worry, we're not.
Good.
Glad to know that Mr. Delroy trusted you all.
Don't think the Sniders is going to help much. The two of you are going to have to hash it out. It's all right if it gets ugly. But I think slinging remarks at each other like this isn't going to be a very productive way to spend our time. We've both got things to do right now, so I suggest we split off into our teams and do them.
All right.
After this is over, I would like you two to sit down and have a conversation.
Fine, well, let's just focus on the tasks at hand. I'm willing to call a truce until then.
I think we were at peace already.
Men. I leave. After she
Men.
says boys and leaves. She doesn't really interact with men. She interacts with boys.
All right. Steve would return with a woman on a horse. Everyone, this is my associate Emily Emilison.
Okay.
These
All
people
right.
aren't real. These
All
are
right.
fake. They're nonsense.
Yards for
They're
them.
definitely all synths or
Steve
something.
Stephenson, is that name weird? No, that's
Like, I
pretty
can
common.
believe-
Emily Emilson?
Yeah,
no,
I can
was
believe
wrong.
Steve
I was
It's
Stephenson.
wrong.
Emilson. It's
I
not
could believe
Emilson.
Steve Stephenson,
Emilson.
but I can't
I'm
believe
so sorry.
Emily
It's
Emilson.
okay.
What about her brother, Emil Emilson?
Emil?
I'm Frankie Frankenstein.
You're a scientist?
No.
I'm
Hey,
Tabs
I mean, to be
Tabernacle.
fair and Fallout, there was a vault full of Garys.
I
What?
think that's
Yeah.
that's a whole situation.
Was it in Gary,
They're all
Indiana?
clones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're just Garys.
Was it in Gary, Illinois?
I bet
No,
they're all pretty
it's in-
gregarious.
Actually, no. The only word they can say is Gary, and they're all.
Really?
Yeah, they've cloned each other so many times that there's a bit of mental degradation.
No, there is
Ah,
not. There
okay.
is not a vault with just Garys. You are
There was-
making a
There
lot
was
of
a
sense.
Gary vault. Look
Alright.
up the Gary vault.
Moving
So,
on from the Gary.
It's a
Vault.
pleasure to meet
Gary!
you, Miss
Whack.
Emilson. A pleasure to meet you, Miss Emilson.
Why, hello.
Hello. I was wondering if I could, well, being a scientist myself, if I could speak with your equinologist.
Of course.
Thank you.
Who else is going to the equinologist?
I'm
What's with the gas mask? Got something to hide?
no.
She's
Okay.
just insecure about her face.
Calling me ugly. Like you're not over there.
She doesn't have anything
Already
to
got
be
that.
ashamed of. It's
Sister,
just-
you have nothing to hide.
Thanks.
I'm sure you're beautiful. To the equinologist.
Also,
Sister, you have nothing to hide.
Steve, I have a question. What was the
Of
name?
course.
What was the name of your tailor, just in case I need to stop by?
Oh, the tailor? Give me a minute. I do actually have this one written down. I wasn't expecting it to come up, but it has come down.
Does he have a real name?
Dave
Is it
Davidson.
Taylor Taylorson?
Davey.
If it's a fake name, Frankie's not going.
Spencer Spencerson.
Oh.
No, it has to be like an E. No.
They are either just very weird or there's
Ashley
something going on.
Ashlinson.
Pearl Pearlson.
Wait.
No, she's just Pearl.
Just imagine this one dude. Everyone's like, yeah, so you can go into this one hole, but you're the only person there. I know you will need more people in there. That's fine. Just tell me yourself.
What's his name?
I'm sorry. I just.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Deep breath. Calm thoughts.
What's the Taylor's name?
His name is Giovanni Corvage. That's his name.
Use that in a sentence.
His name is Giovanni
the,
Corbett.
the,
That's
waste,
the sentence.
the wasteland is a
Huh.
truly crazy place.
It's not a namesake I've heard in a long time. Ever, in fact.
You've never heard of the Corvages?
No, the first name.
A Giovanni? Okay, that he totally made that name up.
Ah, okay.
His name is Corey.
Corey in the house.
Corey Corvage.
Yes. If you haven't figured it out, we're big fans of alliteration in this town.
No, I'm starting to pick up on it.
But if you want to get on his good side, just call him Giovanni. But his name is Corey.
Gotcha.
Well,
Are we going to the races?
I suppose we are.
If they need to sound off.
Oh, they certainly do. Time's a ticking. Well, as they say, off to the races. And they say that.
Good to
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, off the race.
Onwards! Okay.
Is that from Kentucky?
Yes, that's what they say in Kentucky.
Oh.
Off to the races. Let's go. Off to the races.
No, wait. I think I've heard that song before.
Oh, you have?
Maybe not by that name, but maybe the tune.
Okay.
We'll find out if it's the same.
We'll have to see. Okay. And are you all breaking up? So who's going with Steve?
Steve's going to the races.
Steve's going to the races. And the Taylor, apparently. Maybe
No,
Al.
I'm
Maybe
going
the Taylor.
Maybe the Taylor.
Races. Who's going to the breeding lab?
Horse
Oh, when you put it
lab,
like that.
please.
Okay.
farm?
The lab of the equinologist.
The equinology lab. Okay.
There does not
all
seem
right.
to be breeding actually going on there, so I think that
That's
might
true.
be
Yeah,
better.
we haven't quite figured that out.
somehow.
All right.
No kids.
You know how I know not all of you have played Fallout New Vegas, but you know how at the beginning of the game you can choose whether you want Wild Wasteland or not? I made that choice for you guys. You're getting Wild Wasteland.
I'm not familiar with Wild Wasteland. Is
It
that
just
Wild
allows a
Wild
couple
West?
of random, a bit goofy events to occur. Like, as soon as you leave the town, you find a fridge with Indiana Jones in it. It's his corpse. It's just a man with a cowboy hat in a fridge.
Oh,
referencing
like
the
in the
weapon.
movie when he blows
Correct. So mostly it's just an excuse to put more Easter eggs and movie references in it. But in mine, it's just wacky stuff. Oh, you can find dogs playing poker also in Fallout New Vegas. Cyber dogs, which exist.
Yeah, because I adopted
mean, like-
Elvis's dog.
That's
I
correct.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On the way, Frankie's probably got his trumpet start to put together and trying
Yeah.
to tune it in the middle of the cold.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite an endeavor.
Yeah, it is indeed cold. All right, we'll go with the. Let's go with the equinology people first. Emily would lead you all to what looks to be old academic grounds, actually to what look to be old science labs, in perfect condition. Again, untouched by the bombs, and apparently most people.
On the way there, I want to grab my bag.
Okay, yeah,
Problem.
yeah. You all are. You know what? You all go to the races. I think I'm just gonna stay here, if that's okay with you all.
That's all right, Buster. You've got another job to take care of.
I do, and I'm gonna keep going with you all, but well, you just have fun. Horses kind of freak me out.
We'll call you if anything happens.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So the people at the lab first are led inside an academic building.
Before I go in,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my coat off and I'm gonna put my lab coat on.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That'll give you a bonus for speech checks with another scientist, unless you totally don't know the lingo, like fantastic. Yes, you go into this building. You see a woman with like a beehive hairdo, and those like pointed 1950s old lady glasses. Just pacing around a room with an empty whiteboard. Sorry, 50s blackboard next to her. Oh, are you all here to help?
I am, yes. They're here to. They're just some traveling companions of mine. Miss Emily.
Oh, this is Aunt Emily.
Well, Emily's not here with us introducing us.
Oh yeah, sure. Emily would just say, "Everyone, this would be Julietta Rumsfeld.
Oh,
She
nice.
hasn't adopted a proper naming convention."
Well, everything in time. My name is Dr. Fletcher.
Dr. Fletcher, it's good to meet you.
It's good to meet you as well.
It's good to see another man of the clock. No, that's
Man of science.
yes, man of science. Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to help me with this horse problem?
Oh, of course. I have a bit of experience in this field myself. If you
Okay.
two could give us some time to work,
Okay.
Miss.
There are no toxic
Margie.
fumes here, miss.
Oh,
You're
she,
good.
It's a precaution.
You know what? You're right. I'll put on my PPE. There's no chemistry going on here, but goggles on, and a short respirator mask. Okay, science.
All right. Miss Margie and Pix, could you please?
Okay. Are there any like? Pix kind of wants to like be somewhere that she can kind of keep an eye on stuff, but she's like giving them space so they can talk and stuff. She can't really listen in, but she can kind of see if something.
If you leave the room, you won't be able to do that unless you're creepily peering through the window.
How many entrances
I think
to the room are there?
she's probably gonna be like go over and just be like next to the window, like they can see that she's there. But she's basically gonna be doing that.
Okay.
Like she'll lean up against it, like she's one of those
Yeah.
too bad for school kids, but she doesn't.
Gotcha.
She'll just kind of like look in and like look
Yeah.
around.
Hey, Margie, do you think you could? Pix seems a little bit nervous. Do you think you could take her outside and keep her calm and keep her, comforted?
I was thinking I could watch. I'm kind of affiliated with some science.
All right.
I think Pix is probably fine.
All right, you two can stay for the science, but when we need to start talking and asking questions, I think it'd be best, and the doctor would feel more comfortable if it was just her. As you can see, I'm not the most intimidating person.
I don't think I'm intimidating either.
With the mask, you are a little bit.
She didn't
What?
seem intimidating.
No. Oh, sorry, I'm not here for this.
Look, can you just stand in the corner, please? And then when I need to talk alone.
Why is that?
Because, Maggie, can you please trust me?
No,
Well,
I don't know you.
Are you all ready to start with the
Yes, of course we are.
problem?
Yes, of course I am. Excuse them, you don't mind them standing in the room, do you?
No.
All right,
They can help.
all right. Well, they can't help. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh,
I might know a little bit.
She doesn't.
oh, she's wearing her PPE. Where's yours?
He pulls out a pair of glasses and just puts them on.
All right. So we're not idiots. We know how to breed horses, but we were told that apparently it's an excruciating process that only members of Vault 52 would know how to understand. That you were supposed to pick certain horses to do it, and
Do they?
I don't know how to do that.
All right. Do they have male and female horses here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it really depends on what selective traits you want to retain in the offspring.
I'm outside the room, right? Like I'm just like
Yeah.
looking in the window, so like I can't hear any of this, right?
Are you just staring through this? Think of it like a science classroom. There's a single small window. Are you just peering through the window, or are you like?
She's like, so is it just on the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like basically standing outside the door, like just standing there trying to like lean on something and
Yeah,
like
walls.
look in so that she can like see what's going on.
Okay.
Just look around. So. That's what she is. So yeah, so she gets the feeling like whatever they're talking about, she's fine to not have any part in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to explain the basic fundamentals of animal husbandry and selective breeding.
Okay, go ahead and roll a intelligence check. What's your science?
6.
Okay, yeah, roll with that. Decrease the difficulty by 1. So I'll say the difficulty was. I'll say it was 3, but now it's 2.
Okay. I got 2 successes. I'll just stick with that.
Okay, that works. You explain quite comprehensively selective breeding and the idea of choosing the best horses for that sort of thing. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you. This probably took at least 30 minutes. Bit of a long discussion about what are, the best traits to try and actually reproduce and that sort of thing. And I don't want to talk about this more. So, good job.
Can I ask some questions after we...
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Listen, I hope that helped. And
Oh, you have no idea. This is amazing. We can start actually breeding and maybe selling horses around here.
of course, I'll probably be passing by here in the near future anyway.
Oh, wonderful.
And I
We
can
could give
see
you a horse.
Oh, I would appreciate that very much.
You deserve it. Soon,
And-
every one of our town members will have a horse. Soon as a child turns 4. Horse!
And now I am traveling south, and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about.
Oh, of course.
Yes. Miss. Could you please leave us just for a few minutes?
Is there a particular reason you don't want me in the room?
Yes.
What is it?
I'll explain later.
What if you explained it before you asked me to do something?
No. Is
I
there
mean,
a place
it's
we
just
could?
safety questions, isn't it?
Yes, but it's some personal questions as well. I was wondering if there's a place we could speak in private. If you're not comfortable, of course, you can have
Oh.
Miss Emerson.
I think I might be okay with some personal questions.
Well,
Question: Do I see like this? He's trying to get her out. And,
is
Okay.
there's
Yeah, you
Is
can't
there-
hear anything.
Is there a back room there we could just discuss some things?
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
Um,
We'll be right back.
Thank you for your help, miss. We're going to go into the administrative office.
Have fun.
Thank you. And this lady will, Julietta. Wait. Yes, Julietta Rumsel will lead you into the offices. So, what kind of personal questions did you have in mind?
Well, I was wondering if you knew anything about the scientists that reside in the Columbus area.
The scientists?
Well, there's a number of people I've heard of that, well, do their work down there. I'm looking in particular for a meteorologist.
Ooh. Truth be told, I haven't been in Columbus for quite some time. And truth be told, I am not really much of a scientist. I really want to be one, but I haven't really met too many actual ones before.
Okay. Well, you can always learn a little bit. I'll be passing through the area likely again in the near
Oh.
future, and I can,
Is that so?
well, hopefully. I do want a horse someday, and if you need training, I can give you some.
I think I would rather enjoy that. Would you like to go to the races?
In a little
They're
bit.
probably already begun by now.
Oh, yes. I have one more question.
Oh, of course.
Have you heard of a man named, down south, goes by the name of Radamanthus?
Dr. Fletcher, did you just say, ka-ding? Okay. Unfortunately not. Are they a scientist?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know
All
anything
right.
about that person.
Is there anybody in the town that perhaps has traveled to Columbus recently or down that area?
Oh, no. We like to stick together, and
Mhm.
none of us have been in Columbus for years now. So, no. Sorry. We'll keep our ears open.
Thank
What's
you.
this Radmantis person like?
Radamanthus.
Oh.
Well, he's a person that I believe I may know. I've only heard of him,
Okay.
but I've heard a bit of his work.
Any defining features? Something that we can keep an eye out for, or?
I don't know if you have heard tales of the strong men down south. Men performing superhuman feats.
I haven't. Although I have met some very strong southern men. I don't think that's what you're describing, though, is it, Dr. Fletcher?
No, I mean abnormally strong.
Welcome to Kentucky. Super mutants, no.
Well, have you heard of any? There's the. What are they called? The Dopplers.
The Doppler gang?
Doppel soldiers.
The Doppel. Have you heard of the Doppel Soldier gang down in Columbus?
I'm sorry. This probably isn't the place to ask for Columbus-related information.
All right. Is there someone in town that does have a little bit? If not, I understand perfectly.
No. Again, we stick together constantly, and the town hasn't traveled to Columbus in years, so.
All right. How long has the town been? Well, the townsfolk been here in this town?
Well, we've only been back here for a few days, but we were gone for 50 years.
Fascinating.
We've
Where?
been nomadic, searching for horses.
Well, I see you found them.
We have. And it's wonderful. And we're back in town, and it's still clean.
Do you plan
This
to?
was definitely a chem lab, though.
Yes, I can tell.
But we cleaned it up. It's good now.
Oh yes.
It is actually Spickett's van.
Good job.
No, the horse.
Good job.
Good job. Well, I appreciate the help and, well, I hope to be passing again here soon.
Yes.
Hope to have a horse someday.
We would love to have you here again. You, after this, you could be acclaimed as, say, a visiting hero. But we'd love to have you back.
Oh,
But thank
yes.
you so much for helping me with this problem. I feel like I have much more comprehensive knowledge on this.
Excellence. Pursuit of knowledge is always a worthwhile endeavor.
Yes, that's what I've believed.
Yes. Well,
Oh, this is so refreshing.
well, if I come by, I heard there were some old bookstores down in Columbus. I'll see if I can find anything related to science.
Yes,
If I pass by in the area, I'll bring you something.
Oh.
I hope.
thank you. Wonderful. Well, have fun at the races, I suppose.
Yes. Aren't you coming with us?
No, I'm not a big fan of races.
All right then. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, and you too, Dr. Fletcher.
All right, and he's gonna leave.
Okay. You head out, and Margie is there.
Let's go, Margie.
Did you want to explain now why that had to be alone?
Well, we're outside.
Go outside, and Pix is there, along with Emily Emelson.
Hey.
All right, so
Sorry, I was wrong. I was going to say something, but then I decided not to. Continue.
all right. Where are the races taking place?
No. Okay.
All right.
Speaking of the races, Steve Stephenson would lead the rest of you all to an open field marked with flags, along with a single row of bleachers with dozens of townsfolk in winter clothing, spectating for this race. Steve would lead the way and essentially trotting to the front of the bleachers to say, Findlay Equestrian Society, I have excellent news for you all. I have a musician here who is going to be playing the sound off before the race. Introducing Mr. You did say your name, but did you say Frankie Franklin?
I introduced myself as Frankie.
Okay.
That's all I
Mr.
did the joke that it was Frankie Frankenstein.
Right, yeah.
Frankenstein.
Introducing Mr. Frankie.
It's a pleasure to be here, everyone. I'm glad I could help you out.
There is actual applause. This is a wonderful surprise.
That's a sorry sight for 4 years. Not that I have any.
Polite chuckle. Sensible chuckle.
pity chuckle.
No, sensible chuckle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are the horses lined up? Are they prepared to?
Yes, they are. The timing was perfect,
All right.
but they are indeed.
Well,
Mr. Franklin, you may lead the way.
absolutely. Do they have a flagger to start the races as well?
Yes.
You gotta
they
coordinate
would.
these things.
Sorry.
With the, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much just there is no infrastructure other than the bleachers, the flags, the horses lined up. It's there's no lanes, they're just going straight.
Okay, I will just explain to the flagger that I'm going to run the sound off, and then at the very last note will be an extended note, and that's when he or she should start the race.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay, I'm ready.
Says the flagger.
All right, perfect. And Frankie's going to lead the sound off. It's a little sharp given the weather, but
Do you want to
I
roll
don't-
for this, or do you want to just say how he would do? You're welcome to do either.
given that it's just a short little tune, it shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Though it is definitely a little flat, just
Okay.
with how cold sharp given how cold it is.
Okay.
So it's like maybe half a step higher than it should be at any given moment,
All right.
but it still sounds official,
Okay.
enunciated.
All right.
If you'd like me to roll for it.
I'm gonna leave this up to you. If you like the risk and
If he goes for the Dixie music, maybe then we'll do the roll.
okay, yeah, I like that. Before that, there was one other thing that I probably should have mentioned. You would see one person still wearing winter clothes with a flat cap walking around. Okay, what kind of odds do you want on, what do we got? Any odds for Pearl? Anyone want to bet on Pearl? How about Silver Bullet? I think Silver Bullet might take it. You are allowed to place bets. There are 20 horses. It's pretty random. You don't know any information about these horses, but you all are welcome to bet on a horse.
No, man.
No betting?
Frankie knows you never bet the house on the ponies.
Yeah.
Would it be a luck roll?
I would if just one of you bets, I will allow you to use a luck point to make me re-roll who's going to win the race. So I'm going to roll a d20, and whatever the number is the winning number.
Did you write down 20 horse names?
No, of course not. I have a life.
We'll use it for this.
Yeah, I know. If it paid, sure, I'd gladly name 20 horses a day.
You hear it here. Pay us to make him do it.
We need the horse
accepting
names.
sponsors.
We need
Please sponsor horse names specifically. Otherwise, we don't
will
even
name
want
the
your money.
horses after you if you sponsor.
I've got 10 caps on State Farm Insurance. No. I doubt State Farm would
gosh.
sponsor us.
Oh no, I meant the viewers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Is anyone betting? No betters?
Heck no.
Okay. I'm going to bet on one. I control all the NPCs, so they're all betting. So, well, I don't know. I just want to see who
So you're
wins.
guaranteeing you win.
Yeah. Well, I just want to see who wins. I'm going to
He
say
gets his kicks.
13, the unlucky number.
I'm gonna say 7, but I'm not.
That's a 9. I lost. I lose 10 caps. Darn it. Okay.
The universe
But
just
yes,
lost.
number 9 wins. Whoever number 9 is. Oh, what do you know? Looks like a convenient name one. I wasn't expecting that. I actually don't know. Oh, Steve was probably saying that. But yes, the horse race is finished. Horses all cross the line. And an eerie silence just kind of goes over everyone. And then eventually Steve just looks around at everyone and just, do any of you know what we do now?
I think now's about time for that Dixie Stampede.
Yes! Okay.
What
Yeah.
would you like me to roll?
I
Or
will
guess
allow
it's-
either agility or charisma plus trumpet check. Truth be told, this would probably be a hidden skill. On a scale of 1 to 6, how good is Frankie at playing the trumpet?
On a trumpet, I'd say 4 is probably a good one.
4. All right. Okay. So you have a trumpet skill of 4.
And I have to use an action point before I roll.
Correct.
I'm gonna use an action point.
All right.
Do I know how many successes I need?
1 will be recognizable, but 2 will be past good, and 3 will be excellent.
That's
Start crying again.
2 nat ones.
2 nat ones.
2 nat ones. 4
Yeah.
successes.
Oh, Frankie!
Woo!
I mean, we're checked before 1 or 2
You
months,
have
but that's-
no idea what this genre is. You don't know what Dixieland jazz is. But you know probably something similar. And frankly, they don't know what Dixie is either. So whatever you do play, probably jazz, I'd take it, is just spectacular. And it's a wonderful, wonderful performance. You get 1 action point back. Yeah, just a resounding, wonderful performance from Mr. Frankie as he was introduced.
It is a fast-paced march with a little bit of swing to it.
There you go. That's perfect for the occasion. Excellent. Wow, this went a lot better than I thought it was going to go.
You're gonna have to tell us about that later.
We
Oh no,
become-
I thought
we
you
all
guys
become a
weren't
part
going to
of
be
the
interested in
commune.
these horse people and just be like, these people are weird, and then leave. And then you guys are like, what? I need to hear about these horses and help them breed for some reason.
It was Jerry. It was Jerry that convinced
was
For
us
his
of
that.
that.
own purposes.
For his own nefarious purposes.
He's gonna kill us all.
But it was a good reason, I'd say. Well, it was a good consequence, I think. I'm glad you guys did
This Radamanthus is definitely like the main villain or something.
Rad Mantis.
Horses.
All right. After that stunning performance, we are going to take just a little bit of a break. Very, very little, like 5 to 10 minutes at most. We will be back at 9:40, definitely. We will see you then. And welcome back, everyone. So, where we were was Findlay, Ohio. You all were... I don't need to do a recap. This just happened. The race is just finished.
Did we get there in time for that?
No. Considering the races were 30 seconds. No.
This is my problem with horse races in real life.
Yeah.
It's like the horses go one time around, they're done. It's like, why are you all gathered?
Should have
Yeah.
finished at the horse breeder quickly.
What?
Well, when he
I'll
went in the
explain
back
that later.
room, that was pretty quick. It was the lead up that
Well,
took
I
some
mean, one of the possible answers to what do we do now is just do it again. You know, just keep racing the horses.
The horses get exhausted after too many rounds.
That's true, but maybe more than one could be good, considering it was only 200 meters.
They might also not know how to push the horses fast.
That's true. They're still learning how to use horses. They're
And they might not have tiny little bitty jockey people.
Does it
That's
look,
true.
They have to
Does it look
selectively breed the people too.
Does it look
breeding
like there might have
little
been any
people.
tailor in attendance to the races?
Roll a perception speech check. You're looking for a man. You want to see a man about a horse.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Perception with the speech vote?
Correct.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes. You see one person who's wearing a scarf. We're talking a serious, fancy scarf.
Is he male?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he definitely looks like... Dr.
Definitely
Taylor.
looks like a Giovanni.
There you go. Yep.
Excuse me, are you Giovanni?
Yes, I am Giovanni. Hi. Yeah, I'm Giovanni. Sorry,
Do you want to try for the accent again? You don't have to if
Do
you
you-
don't want to.
Do you think I can?
I think you got it in you.
I'm Giovanni. I'm the tailor of Finley.
Well, I am in need of a tailor, Mr. Giovanni.
Oh, you are. And he just brings out a tape measure.
Well, you can see I've already got the clothes, but they ain't fitting too well.
Ooh. He pulls out. Do you have a label for what this suit might be? Is it like?
Like brand?
Yeah. Would this be obviously? You know. the
Not
suit
familiar with
Joseph
Chicago.
A. Bank.
I'm not familiar with Chicago fashion. It's probably like a cheap suit
Okay.
that was just a little preserved better than maybe others.
That makes sense.
The fabric would be harder to work with though.
That's true. A challenge. Okay, let's work with it. Yahoo! All right.
This guy.
Yeah.
Mario?
Yeah.
Ah, dang it! That was a joke I was gonna crack later.
Mario?
No, not Mario. This person doing accent bad. Spoiler alert: the Doppel soldiers are gonna be doing the same. I'm sorry. This is not gonna be a recurring joke. You asked for a tailor, and I brought the.
It's
tailor.
going to recur.
Once. It's not gonna be that common. I swear. We're not gonna do too much accent. I can only do so many accents.
Can we have
Badly.
horse doctors flirting with Dr. Fletcher as a recurring thing?
Oh my word.
No one else,
The
just the
vast
horse
number
doctors.
of horse doctors we're gonna meet in this campaign.
All right.
I don't know if you can lengthen the pants, but at least tighten up the jacket in the back a little bit would be nice.
That would, yeah, you can't quite add fabric, and Giovanni would not have anything to add fabric with. So, I'm just gonna kind of expedite this. He'd probably take you back to his workshop, which would be pretty impressive. They make do with what they have, and he seems to be trying to acquire as much fine textiles as he can possibly get. He's gonna do this pro bono. No.
It's those 4
Nice.
successes at the Dixieland Stampede.
It's just 2. Nah, I'm cheating. I'm adding an action point, but I forgot that NPCs have them too.
Well, we can use one of ours if you want. This seems like a worthy cause.
We
It's
have
a bit
plenty.
late. That's
Get a
3
better
successes
petting suit.
total. It is perfect. It is much more comfortable.
Well, I gotta say, Giovanni, you certainly have impressed me.
Well, that's what I try to do. You are an artiste as well.
Well, I couldn't find anyone back in Chicago who could do a better job.
Oh, really? I did better than the people from Chicago.
You did. Maybe practice the accent a little bit.
Okay. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it helps my business at all?
I think it can help drive business, but you gotta do it right.
Okay.
You're going a little far with the Yahoo, but a nice subtle touch might be a little more professional.
I'd love to see that in quotes and highlights. Going a little far on the Yahoo there.
Got it.
Thanks. Okay. Maybe I should go to Chicago, and maybe there's someone that actually speaks like that there.
If you talk like that in Chicago, you'll probably get shot.
Okay. I don't know who to learn from, and I only saw this in a cartoon, so that's what I got.
Well, your skills make up for it, certainly.
Oh, good. Well, oh, I forgot the final touch. And he is going to put a new label on your suit that just says "Tailored by Giovanni" in a very elegant cursive script.
Giovanni. You got your own label and everything. Look at that.
Huh. That's pretty good.
Well,
Yahoo.
pretty good as I'd give that one a Yahoo. I will say it is excellent work. If I see anyone in need of a tailor, I know where to send them.
Yes.
What do I owe you for this, Giovanni?
No, it's pro bono. You played the Sunday call at our first horse race. And it was awesome. And then you played amazing music. And we didn't know what else to do.
Well, I gotta say, Giovanni, I'm flattered.
Oh, of course. The scene was dead until you came in.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do out here. If you ever hear about a restaurant that opens up in the near future called Frankie's Place,
A
It was me.
restaurant that serves food?
it serves food and music.
Oh,
I don't know where it's
what
gonna
a
be yet.
wonderful
I'm
artistic
thinking
synthesis of ideas. And it could be a tailor shop too.
I gotta say, this is a real nifty town. I wouldn't be surprised if I was setting up here.
Ooh, that would be wonderful.
I can't make any promises.
Oh, this is great. This is spectacular. Okay. Man, you guys have been really nice. I mean, all of you. I mean, I heard that the scientists helped, like, our economists and everything. Okay, let's get back to the rest of it. Sorry, I'm speeding this up just a little bit, but...
Jules checking her Pip Boy every 5.5 minutes.
You can patch a hole, can't you?
Oh!
If you can do
Yeah.
this, I'm certain you can patch a hole.
Yeah.
We got another member with a ripped shirt.
Oh, I can fix that. Do you want that hole fixed?
Have we gotten here at this point
Um,
for that to happen?
This is in the Taylor quarters, so not at the racing field. You have gotten to the racing field.
Okay, because we were.
Frankie might bring back
Yeah,
Giovanni
that's-
if it's just a patch.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. So you are all back at the field, and what color would you like to patch it? Do you want me to keep it the same or like different color to make it different? You strike me as a multiple colors kind of vibe. Sorry, vibrations. Call it lingo. Good vibration.
No, it's what, Jibs?
Your jib.
What color would you like your jibs?
You seem like a multicolored jib kind of
She has
person.
like the big moon. She has the moon shirt on.
Yep.
You know what?
We could make a Maria.
That's a Maria.
You don't know what a Maria is?
I
You
know.
got a bunch of them on your shirt. Boop, 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 boop. The craters on the moon.
Oh.
Come on. Man, they just don't teach astronomy like they do in Finley.
Okay. We're gonna just make a, I don't know, a cool. Use some yellow thread or blue thread or something. Make a little war. Show my time in the world.
Yellow to show your time in the world. Oh, okay. That is one success, so bam, your clothes are patched with yellow thread.
So
That's not quite a patch, but whatever. They're fixed.
she gives a look at. She gives him a hug.
Thank you.
And she walks away.
Now, is that everything we needed to do while we were here?
You all have been spectacular for our town, Steve. What has led you all to just be so so gregarious, so generous to us.
We love to help.
Well, thank you. Is there anything we can do for you? Anything at all? Supplies?
I don't suppose you have any news of the going-ons of Columbus.
Nope.
That's all for me.
Supplies will do.
Supplies it is.
I guess I'm trying to raise some money for someone back home who needs a medical operation. So, if you guys want to, you can help out with that. But if you're you guys are just moving here, so you don't have to worry about that. You guys
Can
are
I
friends.
insight check that?
Yeah. You know what? Can I roll against that?
Yeah.
Like control the narrative, sort of.
Yeah. Speech, charisma, perception, charisma. Or perception, speech. Or, yeah.
I think that's just a critical success.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I'll say she seems like, I don't know, she seems a little distracting. So she kind of throws you off and you're like, So she doesn't trick you with anything, but you're like, I don't know.
Hard to get a read
You
on.
don't get a read on her. And maybe that's the moment where you realize that she maybe knows how to interact with people a little bit better than maybe even she realizes. But yeah.
All right. Well, we might have something special in mind for you all. For our savior in our time of, saviors plural, in our time of need, we have 2 items to present. To you, Frankie, and actually we'll just begin with Frankie. You would see Emily come by with what looks to be a pretty beaten up wooden case. It's about this big. It's pretty small. She would open it up and you would see, surrounded by essentially velvet, would be an immaculate silver bugle. It is unscathed.
Frankie's gonna take his hat off. Gee whiz. This was in town? It's just a bugle, there's no...
Correct. That's the whole thing about it. Yeah, you can play, a C, an E, and a G. That's about it. Which is how you play taps. That's not taps. That's the...
Yeah,
I was like-
That's the wake
like,
up call.
It's reveille.
Taps. You can also play, you can play revelry and taps.
okay, that was like, I was picturing that at the funeral. Is he getting back up?
I'm too motivated to die.
Well,
Editor's
time to
note.
wake up.
This is when we all learned what taps is.
This is
Not
this
to be
is truly-
confused
this
with
is
what
truly an
taps
honor.
is.
Thank
I'm
you.
Tabs.
I do not deserve this for playing a simple tune.
Well, this will allow you to play another simple tune. But also, should you ever play it and we are nearby, we will help you. I mean, it's a bugle, so we could probably only hear you a mile away. But if we are a mile away and you play this, we will come to your aid.
Well, I thank you, Steve, and you too, Emily. Thank you. Thank you.
And honestly, probably the whole town has gathered around you all because this has been such a fortuitous encounter. I almost wanted to call her doctor. No, not everyone with a lab coat and followed as a doctor. I keep forgetting. I said her name was Julietta Rumsfeld. Would come to you and Dr. Fletcher and say, and this hopefully will be used on animals and not be used in a cruel way, but is also an important tool in an important time. And she would hand you a riding crop, which is what jockeys used to thwack the horses.
Okay.
I'm not encouraging animal abuse. What this does, this is a weapon. It deals 1 damage die, and it gives 1 action point upon hitting someone or something. So it does small damage to someone, but also gives them a little bit of an AP boost.
We can farm action points.
This is
Dr.
open
Fletcher.
to being nerfed, but
We're like, you stop. You have a problem.
I think for flavor reasons, we won't be abusing that.
Yeah.
Get up! Whack, whack, whack.
Fletcher, it's
Pix,
just that,
wake up!
it's just that I don't feel comfortable.
We're
I
gonna
don't feel
nerf that.
comfortable
I'm gonna
with
nerf
my
that. That can be
dog
totally
dog.
Cannot be used on players.
Well, that was the idea, actually. But
What?
I'm gonna nerf it. I'm gonna nerf it.
What?
Could be used
The
on
idea
what?
was to be used on players.
No.
On what?
On players.
Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Dr. Fletcher,
Well,
the
okay,
horse
you know what it's
doctor.
gonna be? It's gonna be
after
the first
Ryan
D20 you buy is free on any check related to movement.
What? We'll
If
explain
we
later.
get hit with
Yeah.
the riding crop.
Yeah, go.
Whoa!
Okay.
We're all
Final
horses
leave.
now.
Jeez, quit slapping me.
It's gonna be useful for horses, and theoretically can be used on people.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it
This
from.
got
I'll
weird.
take it.
That and
I'll
the
take
horse
it from-
breeding
I'll take it from her.
conversation.
This is for horses.
Okay.
Shining
I'll
moment.
take it from her. Thank you, miss. I'm looking forward to returning. And he winks at her.
Hey, yo.
Jerry got
He's
game.
risen her up.
She just gives you a sweet smile in return.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the secretary from the Everglades. Oh my.
No.
Oh, my
No.
sister.
No. He's
No,
he's
she's
trying
seen
to go-
horses.
He's trying
Her
to go a little more
standards are
subtle.
high.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
More subtle.
All right.
But he is rising.
He is risen.
He's trying
He's
to.
risen.
He's
He is
rising.
He is rising indeed.
He's rising.
Oh, he is rising. Oh, that's
He's
one of
trying
those.
to.
That's one of those new Gen Z words that
Yes,
realized,
and I'm
that
Gen
made
Z.
me realize that I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this
Literally-
Gat Rizzler business? I don't know.
Julietta really has real NPC energy.
Yeah. And I am willing to roll a check for that if necessary.
All right.
Joey Sta-
No,
Risen.
you earned it.
She's got
Well
NPC
played.
energy.
All right. So, Buster would appear. Well, that certainly wasn't in my bingo card.
Now that you two have saved a horse town together, do you think you can get along?
I think save is a little bit of an exaggeration on my part.
I think we made useful friends here.
Including each other?
No, I haven't seen him for like the past
No.
half an hour. I'm
Me
still
neither.
a little
No.
They
upset.
like went like different ways. Yeah.
I'm really just saying you ought to appreciate each other's approaches.
I think we still do a
Appreciate it.
conversation later. Doc.
Appreciate is a strong word.
I don't know.
Oh.
You seem to hit it off with that horse doctor.
I was doing my job.
That's a
Underground.
stretch.
Does that?
By the way,
Stretching three
can we
halves.
do a flashback conversation that we were meaning to have on the way to the race?
Yes. Sorry, I did not mean to stifle you on that.
No,
Do
it's
like
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the
Sorry,
water effect.
Margie. I needed to do that alone.
Why?
Did you look? Is Emily listening?
What's that?
Is Emily listening? Emelson.
She's here,
He's
but
gonna
you
whisper.
can drag Margie up for a private
Yeah.
combo. If you
Yeah,
want.
he's gonna kind of go to the side with Margie a little bit. Look, are you aware of what flirting is?
You mean what the horse doctor was doing with you?
Yes. You see,
She was
It's-
comfortable doing that outside. What did you need a private conversation for?
to make it easier for me to do back, so that way I can get the information we need. Unfortunately, she didn't know any of it.
She was fine flirting in the open.
I wasn't though.
Especially if there's a third wheel present.
You were in what the old world terms would have been called a third wheel. All right. And it was making it very hard for me to do the things I needed to say to get her to open up and talk. It was making me uncomfortable.
So there was something in the room that you didn't want me to hear?
Kinda, yeah.
What was it?
How old are you?
20?
You'll understand when you're older.
I would understand right now if you told me what it actually was.
Look, I needed to talk with her one-on-one for personal reasons and to get her to tell us the information that we needed. Unfortunately, she knew nothing.
Was it information that I would have liked to hear? Or was it information that you
Yes,
wanted for
yes.
yourself?
Well, it was information for the group, all right? And she didn't give us any. If there was, I would have told you, all right? I promise.
Promises are from people you trust, typically. I
And,
still don't know you.
well, and we can rectify that. We're still traveling together, and we can still talk and get to know one another.
Maybe hold off on the promises till then.
All right, if that's what you need.
If you have something personal, you could just say it. Something you wanted to talk about for yourself.
Well, like you said, we don't know each other that well yet, and
You
I'm
wouldn't
sure we
have
could.
to go into detail, but if you did have something personal that was unrelated to what we're doing, you could have just said that.
Would you have left?
Well, I didn't end up in the room anyway.
I don't think you would have left. And
I didn't leave anyway.
look, Margie, can you keep a secret for me? Nothing that will hurt the group, of course.
If it's true, yeah.
All right. I'm looking for someone that I lost a long time ago. And I thought that she might have information on where that person is. Now, I don't feel comfortable talking anymore about this. It was quite a difficult ordeal in the past, and as I'm sure you understand, you seem to understand hardship, and I would like to keep that a bit of a secret. It's a more personal reason I'm traveling. I mean no ill intent towards the group or you or anyone else.
I can understand looking for someone from your past, but I think it's not really helpful to hide that sort of thing.
Look, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret if you tell me something about yourself. Alright? Why do you wear the mask?
Because I don't trust people.
Why?
Because I've had people that I couldn't trust.
Alright? And so, as a person who doesn't trust someone and doesn't trust people, I'm sure you can understand why I have difficulty trusting other people. Like DTL. I have nothing against them personally, but if they knew that, well, I wasn't down here strictly for business reasons, do you think they would have accepted me into the caravan?
I can understand why you'd keep it a secret from them, and I don't care. It's more the lying about what you were doing.
And I'm sorry about that. I really am. I wish I could have told you something, but Miss Emelson was there listening, and the doctor was also listening, and I needed to talk to some people, and I need to be able to do this without interference. Like, I don't know how long I have left to live, and I need to do this. I don't have much time.
If there's anything I can do to help find the person, let me know.
Alright, just... Thank you, I appreciate that, Margie. And I'm sorry for lying, I hope you can understand I have trouble trusting people too.
Thanks for explaining.
That's all he has to say.
Okay. So, back to the present. You all would be essentially ready to leave Finley. Buster would ask you, is there anything else you all need here?
I think we should be fine.
Okay. Glad we're leaving with the kings of the horse people. Let's go. And he would embark southward yet again. Actually, southeastern now. You all would get off the interstate and go onto a bit of a smaller road that goes towards Columbus. I'm going to combine a locale. So I'm going to combine one brief place because there was only one small thing in it. The rest of the trip is a little. It's pretty uneventful. You start to see more and more buildings as you get closer and closer to Columbus. At one point, and yes, I am skipping the, who's the watch and who's scavenging here. Because I want to get you guys to Columbus. And I also think you're doing pretty okay on stuff right now. Pretty much the only thing of note that you all would see on this final leg towards Columbus would be the next bigger town that you all are in. And you would see it labeled by a single road sign that just says Marion. And that's it. Frankie, you would be the first one to see it.
I thought I was gonna say hell is real, and I was like, oh,
Hell is real.
the hell is real sign.
No.
I feel like there's a campfire under that sign, and there's this one dude, like in New Vegas. There's a billboard that
Lonesome
just has
Electric?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the Hell is Real sign has a dude like that, and he's like, I live here.
He like wears a like a pajama devil outfit. He's just like, hey. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even have a house. I just live here.
He just has a pitchfork. He's like, hey, I'm a farmer.
I've heard of Marion. Heard of
Do we
it.
see it?
Yeah, the rest of you see the sign.
Oh, he has a whole town now too.
Relax, it was my mother's name.
You were named after your mother?
I was named after my mother, and my brother was named after my father.
I can tell.
Cool.
That's why I go by Frankie.
Yeah. Your brother sounds like a much more masculine and intimidating person than you.
Ouch.
You got no idea, Doc.
Oh, I have some
Okay,
idea.
you know what? I read the handbook, and I really do cherish the values that DTL prioritizes. Do you got a problem against ghouls, Dr. Fletcher?
No, of course not. Just this school.
Insight check. So deception or persuasion. Control the conversation. Sorry, why do we even need to say perception and persuasion? They're all speech.
It's not good.
My luck ran out.
One success.
No successes.
What would he glean?
He would glean that, yeah, he doesn't have any. Well, if it's a persuasion check, then what is the result of failure?
Buster just gets the truth. How do you genuinely feel about ghouls?
Well, he doesn't care about ghouls. He just hates this school.
Oh, okay. Okay. I suppose I believe that. Well, what's your problem with this ghoul? You're still not over the whole brotherhood, or the blue coat thing?
No.
It's all right, Buster. I concede I haven't been the easiest to get along with.
What? What do you... You are the easiest to...
I've been throwing it back at him as much as he's throwing it at me.
That's actually kind of a
Okay,
clever play,
I guess
saying
so.
something like that to draw sympathy from the rest of the group.
I think after a good long talk, we won't be best of friends. Maybe we'll trust each other.
I think you guys should snake wrestle.
What is snake wrestling?
Tie your hands and your feet and you fight each other on the ground until
I-
someone decides.
I don't think that would
as
be
the
a
official
fair-
company
That's a bad
representative of
idea.
Delroy Tradelands, we
My
will
son's
not be.
trying
How about that trust fall, Buster, huh? You think that'd be helpful?
Oh, that is in the handbook.
We could do that.
We never did it.
It's one of those errata people tend to ignore.
All right, Mr. or Miss, if you want to take care of this, how do you propose we deal with this situation?
Not trust falls.
Not trust falls.
Just
Very
sit,
well.
have a
Because I would
conversation.
drop him.
I
Not
know.
because I can't hold him up, because I don't like him.
Thank you for the explanation. You two just need to sit down and have a conversation about this. Not as friends, as professionals. I would rather this not come out of your pay, but if this affects your work at all, it will.
Do we have to have a supervised conversation with you?
God, no. You just need to sit down, talk, and then not cause any more problems.
Hasn't been a problem since we left Finley. I mean,
I've got a headache. Pip, have you got a headache?
No, I think I'm doing fine. Still living in terror about the Brotherhood and also horses. What?
Are those terrifying to you?
Why shouldn't they be? I mean, that's like, I don't know. They got those weird eyes. I think that's what a Deathclaw looks like.
Yeah. They're like, they could crush you. But if you could control one, you would be God on the world.
Anyways, the point is, I've got a headache. Pip's got a
Plus
headache.
two
You two are
suspicion
causing a
points to
problem.
Pix.
Sorry, there was a...
Doc and I will have a one-on-one. How's that?
All right.
All right.
I don't really care if you get along. I just don't want you causing problems.
Fine.
Parameters clear enough?
Fine.
All right.
And that's why she works in IT and not human resources.
Pip, you being a human resources professional, would you like to supervise the conversation?
I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
Pip, you want to hop on?
That was mostly a joke, Doc.
That has not been confirmed that he can do that.
You can go along if
Can
you'd
you
like to.
can you plug him in?
Oh, he doesn't.
Doc, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not quite comfortable with Pip over here in our conversations.
You're not very
Oh.
comfortable with many
You
things,
guys
are you?
don't trust me? Little pixelated tears.
Oh, wait, it's the sad
No!
face. Wait.
We were never supposed to activate sad.
Pip, I'm very sorry.
I just start
but
crying from
I
my
You got a
understand.
problem
no
with me?
expression on my face.
I
Maybe
understand.
we need to have a conversation, Frankie.
I think
I
that's a
thought
good
we were
idea.
friends.
I understand you are
Sad
incapable of feeling emotions, and this is just some sort of emulation.
Whoa! Hey! No, I do have emotions.
They're pre-programmed.
They are
Leave
not.
the robot alone. Leave Pip alone.
He's
Pip.
not a robot.
I'm-
AI
Wow.
subroutine.
I apologize, Pip. I don't know what to call you. We haven't formally been introduced.
Hi, I'm Pip.
I'm Dr. Fletcher. What do you want me to call you?
Pip.
Pip. All right, I'll call you Pip.
Perfect.
All right. Shall we have our conversation?
But if you would like to manage, you're welcome to.
No, Frankie said he doesn't like me.
Yeah.
No, I said.
He also said my feelings aren't real.
I did say that.
He did.
Mr. Franklin,
How much do you know about
how
AI?
do you know that your feelings are real?
Pip, this is a very long conversation about the human soul that I do not believe that you have. While I believe that you could comprehend the conversation, I don't believe it's necessarily relevant to you. Maybe we can have this discussion later.
I'd like to hear that. And then I'd like to see Jules absolutely own you in a philosophical discussion.
Well, that's perfectly fair. I'm not too good at philosophy.
I can tell. Come on, let's
You
go.
guys need to have your cage match. Have fun.
Come on, cage match time.
Okay, if you don't, if this doesn't work, there's always snake wrestling.
I don't think Frankie has as much skin in the game.
If I could hear that,
Whoa,
if I
thanks,
could hear that, I'd take
I
offense to it.
agree.
You don't have meta hearing. You don't
On
even have
princ-
ears.
On principle, I would take offense to it.
We're going by ourselves.
Alright, Doc, I'm gonna shoot straight with you. You can ask me anything you want, I'll give you a straight answer. I would expect you do the same.
Alright.
We don't have to be friends. You don't have to like me. I certainly would like to like you. And I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
Here's the thing. I don't think you handle confrontation like that very well. I think if we had gone with what I suggested and intimidated them, we could have avoided that entire fight. You get what you want, nobody dies. I get what I want, and we're all safe, and nobody's lives are jeopardized. Problem is, you just rolled over, and take it from me. You can't show weakness out here. I know I can't help that very much. Everyone sees me as weak already, but
No,
I
if
can
your
take
shoulder-
care of myself.
If your shoulder hadn't locked up, I'm sure you would be a great swordsman. I haven't seen you as a great fighter, and you haven't seen me as a great talker.
You see what I did with those two, that Dale at the end there? How easily I scared the information out of him that we wanted.
That's because he was being held at gunpoint.
Exactly. You hold them at gunpoint. You don't give them an inch. I'll tell you what, you take care of the talking with the tailors and the other horse people that we meet. I'll deal with the raiders.
Doc, I know how to kill. And I can tell you do too. But do you believe, as a medical professional, that it is right to kill anyone?
I never said anything about killing. I haven't killed a man in 10 years.
I killed a man not yesterday. Just the other week. It doesn't get easier.
You think I don't know that?
You just told me you haven't killed in 10 years. Have you or have you not killed someone? Sounds like you have.
I have. Not in 10 years.
Did it feel good?
It felt good, and you know how I
That
did
ain't
it?
what you told Ulster.
It was a lie.
There you go.
Look,
That's why Pip didn't go.
Why?
I don't like you, and you don't like me, but I've had plenty of confrontations like that. I get by with intimidation, and sometimes when I have to, with this, and he pulls out a syringer.
Syringe or rifle?
Yep.
I can tell that's a weapon, but I'm afraid
I've tranquilized a number of people that tried to do me harm, but most of the time, I have Henning with me, and I'm able to talk a little bit of sense into people before they try tangling with me.
that's good. And I often do the same.
All right, so I have experience in doing this, and I know how to deal with raiders, and I know how to deal with these people that wish us harm. Now, I admit that you are a very charming fellow. Not to me, I hate you, but you have your specialty, I have my specialty. If we stay out of each other's way, I can work with that. If not, we can go on with causing trouble, getting our pay deducted. I really don't care. I'm not in this for the money.
I understand that, Doc. It's been pretty clear that you've got something going on. I'm not going to ask what it is. I don't care.
And I don't
Well,
care.
I do if you'd like to open up, but I don't
Yeah.
expect that of you.
Yeah, well, I don't care about you either, and so. I don't care about you either. I mean, I would. If you got shot through the chest, I would, as a medical professional in a very professional capacity, treat you, but not out of any kindness of my heart.
Would you expect me to pay for it?
Most likely, yes.
I was expecting you to say no, it'd be pro bono, but
No, it's pro bono for Pix, but not for you.
understandable. Well, I just want you to know how I operate, so you're prepared in the future. I think we could effectively work together. But I know what it's like to extort people. I know what it's like to take advantage of their fears and prey on the weak. That's not how we're going to rebuild this country. You may only care about dealing with your medical issues, Doc. There's nothing wrong with that.
Rebuild what? What is there to rebuild? Your little music, your little. What are you trying to build, an orchestra? An ensemble of some sort? Well, I wish you the best of luck in that. The rest of us will do our best to try to survive day to day.
I've been surviving day to day my entire life, and I'm a little tired of it, Doc. I can tell you are too, and I think everyone else.
Your entire life. How old are you?
32.
Yes, and how much longer do you have to live?
Frankly, Doc, I don't know. I could keel over tomorrow.
Yeah, you're a ghoul.
I am.
Yeah.
But I'm still human.
Not as human as some of us.
No, but I got more of a heart than you.
Maybe.
We don't have to be friends. But if you go to intimidate someone, I will maybe reluctantly follow your lead. If I try to be friendly with people,
And I am not suggesting unnecessary violence. I'm suggesting a show of force to prevent violence. A big stick, if you will.
sometimes a big stick just means bigger problems. But I understand.
Sometimes rolling over just means letting the world burn. you want to rebuild things, sometimes you need force, sometimes you need the sword.
I can't rebuild anything, Doc.
You have.
Not by myself.
And look, yes, maybe you do have a bigger heart than I have, but this world doesn't just need these soft, squishy hearts that keel over at grief or at struggling. This world was built on hearts of iron, and we need hearts of steel to go forward. Sometimes it takes the cold, hard decisions to rebuild. Now, I'm not going to be friends with you, but here are my terms. You let me handle the intimidation and dealing with hostile people. I will let you, for the most part, do what you want in dealing with other people. If not, I can go on and make this trip as miserable for you as you like and have both our pay deducted. I really don't care. But I do know that, well, it'll make it hard to afford more instruments and more musicians going forward for you.
I'm not in it for the instruments, Doc.
What are you in it for?
I'm simultaneously running towards my dream and running away from my past. That's all I'm comfortable sharing right now, Doc.
And what have you done to make up for your past?
I've been living every day better to better. Better and better. Treating people like they was humans. Not like they was raiders. Like they was people. And I've made it this far.
And I've spent every day for the last 10 years taking care of the sick, treating them, putting their own health above mine. You have no idea how much I've aged in these last 10 years. So before you go tell me I have no heart, you think about that. Who's really helped more people? And he's gonna just walk away.
I knew he had a heart.
All right. And with that, we will probably end session for this week. Next week, though, will be Columbus. I'm very excited.
Nice.
Oh, also, believe it or not, I wasn't planning on this. You all level up. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yay.
Excellent.
We will see you all next week. Thank you for joining us.
I'm following this